that's a Sactown thing. Talking about us, it's a bounce out thing. Must they forgot we some Sacramento Kings. Whole squad going crazy, yeah, we back with it. Northern Cali going crazy, one sack winning. If you doubted us then, ain't no backspinning. This is real right here, ain't no catfishing. So tell me what you see now. Coming down the lane off the rebound. It's 9:16 now. Look towards the sky like the beam now. Tell them like the beam, like the beam now. You can tell them like the beam now. Tell them like the beam now. You can tell them like the beam now. Tell them like the beam, like the beam now. You can tell them like the beam now. Tell them like the beam now. If you reppin' that Kings like the beam now. Sac crowd, make sure everyone knows. Let me tell you how this thing really goes. Yeah, we travel deep, whether we home or on the road, we lit. You don't want that smoke, we the team of the year. We shaking things over here, don't doubt, we believe over here. We don't bleed over here. And let me just speak real clear, only deal with real kings over here. So tell me what you see now. Coming down the lane off the rebound. It's 9:16 now. 9:16 now. 9:16 now. Look toward the sky like the beam now. Tell them like the beam, like the beam now. You can tell them like the beam now. Tell them like the beam now. You can tell them like the beam now. Tell them like the beam, like the beam now. You can tell them like the beam now. Tell them like the beam now. If you reppin' that Kings like the beam now. Yeah. Yeah. Back on my bull, back on my cool. I'm turning it up, they feeling the heat, so they searching for pools. Tripping on me cause I'm doing my thing and they hoping that I'll be the fool. Taking the game and I'm screwing it up while these boys still searching and looking for tools. Playing it cool, faking it's who. Yeah, they look mad cause I'm breaking the rules. Breaking it loose while I'm breaking some news. Give me your pride and I'm breaking that too. They ain't ahead of us, they don't compare to us. They feeling the kick cause they hearing the change like I opened the register. Flexing on tracks cause this thing is not optional. Leg day is coming, I'm jumping the obstacles. Laughing at haters, we thinking it's comical. Yelling outside like we yelling out dominoes. Always be claiming they monsters. Boy, go get you a sponsor. All of that chatting, all of that acting, gon' mess around, get you an Oscar. They calling me Terrence, I hustle and flow. They all on my line cause I'm still in the vote. Your girl all on me cause she feeling the stroke. Make them say whoa when I'm hitting my woe. Talking like I do not got it. You talking like your boy is not it. When you talk, all I hear is yappa, yappa, yada, 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 yada. Most of your favorites ain't dealing with me. Pouring it up like the end of the week. You don't let us in, we still in the keys. We coming from nothing and ending the street. Aiming at throats and taking out knees. They feeling the pressure and know they can't breathe. Winning the races and taking the places and walking they stages like it's a degree. Feeling in your veins, it's a dope flow. Got the whole game in the chokehold. They taking too long, you can't see me now. Put them in boxes like photos. Packing the bags and hitting new land. I do what I want, they do what they can. All in their way, I'm messing up plans. I'm speaking the truth, I keep it a Grant. Waiting for Zell, never will fail. Waist looking slim, she eating her kale. I'm peeping the game and playing it well. She throwing it back like it's way too exhale. Come from the pain, not chasing no fame. I come with morals, can't slander my name. Taking what's mine and grabbing the flame. Shooting my shot and yelling out game. Know what's real when I'm giving the feel. Can't look back when you turning the wheel. Go get a doctor, I'm giving the chills. Told them to get out, grab the key and they pill. I warn them that I am a factor. Clearing the way for this tractor. Got some new goals, never will fold. Came too far just to back up. Nah, this ain't what you used to. We ain't tripping on nobody, we just move through. You couldn't keep up, cause my steps too long. It's time to wake them up, they have slept too long. Zip. Yeah, we about to reinvest on this one. You gotta get to the money, right? Messing with me and you'll never get an inch, player. Been on the court and you are just a bench player. Gotta be tripping if you claiming you ain't heard of me. Feeling like the best, but I guess that's just the nerve of me. Gotta get this bag, gotta push the gas when the engine's bad. Stay on the grind on me, it's your time. They just sad cause they mentions crash, now you know though. I got the dope flow, got the rap game in a chokehold. Can't let go, I got a bet though. Blending on in like a gecko, staying on track so you know that I swerve the honey. Where I'm from, you gotta earn the money. Invest in yourself, don't burn the money. Take a class and learn the money. I got a goal list, I need 4 cribs. Put my mom and my pops where they both hit. Put my brother in the hills where they don't live. Me and my wife by the ocean. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get paid. Keegan. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get paid. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get paid. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get paid.
Yeah, little nigga speak up. We too high, you can't reach us. Been on the grind since I realized that a young nigga hated recess. This confidence got all these hoes on my penis. Not a genius, I just think a lot. All these bitches been in the corner when I bend the block. Steph Curry with the rock when I take my shot. Told y'all niggas I don't need no help. Made to the top, just been myself. Health is wealth, looking, I just power. I've been up for days, I'm kicked off the powder. She say she need me, told her meet me in an hour, She showed up in a towel, Little baby fresh out the shower, Screaming fuck y'all like a diss song, nigga. Young Zell tell them what we on, nigga. Work so hard, what sleep, little nigga. Been in the booth for weeks, gotta get it. You ain't put in, ain't no way I'ma split it. You a snake and I can hear you hiss it. Want my spot then keep on wishing. I gave her the dick, now she won't stop tripping. 1 for the honeys, 2 for my bros, 3 don't get paid. Hey, 1 for the honeys, 2 for my bros, 3 don't get paid.
1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get paid. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get paid. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get paid. 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 to get paid. Hop out. Yeah, we pull up, and we hop out. Yeah, we pull up, and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we pull up, and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we pull up, and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we pull up, and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out.
What's up, Kings fans? We're about to get started, so make sure you smash up that like button.
Tell them we don't play like the lockout. Got me feeling like Yeezy on the dropout. Can't deal with no phonies. Flow like baloney. Ain't no game round here, homeboy. This ain't Sony. They said they gon' show me. They said me not on me. Ha, you don't know me. Call the game, what's up now? They hating from the bus now. Been doing this to T-Pain. Drop the up, down. Oh, I'm on the hunt now. Tell me what you want now. Yeah, I do my dance when you see me in the touchdown. Yeah, we pull up and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we pull up and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we pull up and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we pull up and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out.
Yeah, when we pulling up, my nigga, let me know. And if the haters hate, we finna let him go. Pull up, pop out, 2-step, hit the torpedo. When we do our thing, homie, don't let your shorty go. Everywhere we go, we do the stupid dance. I've been doing this since Soulja Boy taught y'all the Superman. Always showing love, we play the stupid jams. Hit you with them shots and got the kind of aim that Cupid has. We ain't never scared, we don't play about it. Keep the party going, give a damn what they say about it. Gotta keep it simple, this for everybody. Ladies and the homies, it's a function, we don't care about it. Flopping in the whip, got the speakers going crazy. Block party lit, family geeking, getting way. Grannies to the uncles, to the nieces, to the babe. We gon' get it cracking like a weekend.
Yeah, we pull up and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we pull up and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we pull up and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah, we pull up and we hop out. Do our dance, then we bring the whole block out. Yeah. They do not know what Sactown brings. When on the low, that's a Sactown thing. Talking about us, it's a bounce out thing. Must they forgot we some Sacramento Kings. Whole squad going crazy, yeah, we back with it. Northern Cali going crazy, 1 sack winning. If you doubted us then, ain't no backspinning. This is real right here, ain't no catfishing. So tell me what you see now. Coming down the lane off the rebound.
It's 9:16 now. Look towards the sky like the beam now. Tell them like the beam, like the beam now. You can tell them like the beam now. Tell them like the beam now. You can tell them like the beam now. Tell them like the beam, like the beam now. You can tell them like the beam now. Tell them like the beam now. If you reppin' that Kings like the beam now. Sac crowd, make sure everyone knows. Let me tell you how this thing really goes. Yeah, we travel deep, whether we home or on the road, we lit. You don't want that smoke, we the team of the year. We shaking things over here, don't doubt, we believe over here. We don't bleed over here. And let me just speak real clear, only deal with real kings over here. I only deal with real kings over here. So tell me what you see now. Coming down the lane off the rebound. It's 9:16 now. Look toward the sky like the beam now. Tell them like the beam, like the beam now. You can tell them like the beam now. Tell them like the beam now.
Welcome to Royal Rebounds TV with Calvin and Barry. Just two crazy fans of the Sacramento Kings and they sharing their opinion. So be sure that you subscribe. It's for the fans, by the fans. Whether you chilling on the couch or wildin' in the stands. For laid back conversations about the Kings, subscribe here. Staying down until we come up thinking this gon' be our year. We're here drinking beer, talking about the Kings. Be sure you subscribe so you can hear that bell ring, yeah.
What's up, Kings fans? Welcome back to Royal Rebounds, the Sacramento Kings YouTube channel for fans, by fans. Kings win tonight, 128-127 over the LA Clippers, the team with the worst name and the worst mascot in the NBA. Calvin, it is, what's today, Friday? Kings win, 5-game winning streak. De'Aaron Fox, 8 games in a row, 30-plus points. I'm feeling amazing. How are you?
I'm feeling amazing as well. The streaks are alive and well. As people are pointing out, my hair is down. I have the chain on. I am now going to wear a De'Aaron Fox jersey until the 30-point streak ends.
Wow. Okay.
I feel like I'm playing King's Cup or something. I got so many rules to abide by before every show here.
Where's your drink at?
I don't have one today.
Oh, man. We need to get a new server in here.
Can't play King's Cup without a drink, I guess.
This server is absolutely slacking. But, hey, no Kawhi Leonard tonight. No Zubats. No Marcus Morris. Sacramento Kings win. De'Aaron Fox returns from the injury. He played amazing. But I want to give a shout-out to all my Kings fans here in the chat on YouTube. Rodders, Jesus, Mike is here, Pika House, Jim, Gothan, Christine, D-Fox Collector, Rodders. Wow, Charlie is here. Lee is here. We got a bunch of people here in the chat. JN, Makami, Greg, Roger. Shout out to you all and everybody else that I missed. We appreciate you all, and thank you so much for joining in. Alfie Man is here. Raider Nightmare 916 is here. So shout out to all my Kings fans out there. And guys, don't forget to smash up that like button, hit that subscribe button. Calvin and I are just here for fun, and we hope you're having a good time. So please, we get paid in likes. Unless you want to subscribe to the channel, unless you want to become a member of the Royal Family, it's $1.99 a month, and it comes with a lot of cool features. So please, please, please support the channel any way that you can. Calvin, how many likes until we light the beam today?
We'll go 40 likes today.
40 likes. Wow.
I'm giving it to him easy.
Sounds like a deal.
Right?
Guys, I want to see the beam lit, so please smash up that like button. Let's get that beam lit. Calvin, the Kings lit up the Clippers tonight. Paul George tried his hardest, but the dude's forehead is so small, man. Tell me your first thoughts on the game.
My first thoughts on the game are, man, this would be quite the entertaining first-round playoff series, would it not? I don't know if everybody's blood pressure and hearts would survive a 7-game series between these two teams. Last 2 games have been decided by 1 point apiece. It took 2 overtimes to decide the first one, or the more recent one. This was just another grinded out Kings win. I mean, these two teams are actually fairly evenly matched. Like, they go about how they try to win games differently. But in terms of personnel, they both like to play smaller lineups. They're both, relatively aggressive and like to get out and run. The Clippers shoot a ton of threes. The Kings are not shy at shooting threes either. A lot of points scored. This was just a gutsy win again. from Sacramento. And for the Clippers now, this is their 5th straight loss.
Yeah. They're
such a good team. They've had a really, really rough stretch right here. And for the Kings to have 2 one-point victories in a week on them, that is devastating.
Dude, 3 of their starters this week weren't even on the team 3 weeks ago.
No, I know. But still, they're an incredibly deep team.
Yeah, they have no chemistry. They had a back-to-back last night.
I wouldn't say they have no chemistry.
Kawhi said he was going to play back-to-backs. He lied. They had a back-to-back last night.
That's a big issue for them, right? Obviously, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they
Best
have
ability
to be,
is availability.
Yes, definitely. Definitely.
It is. Shout out to Jay here. Double O is here. Good to see you guys. Calvin, Nick is here early on Twitter Spaces. If you guys want to join in, if you want to have your voice heard, we're live on Twitter right now via Twitter Spaces, so go ahead and join us there. Nick, appreciate you. We got to finish talking a little bit about the game and go over to the box score before we get to you, but we appreciate you as always. Hopefully Nick didn't eat any pizza today because the Kings have been absolutely killing it when Nick doesn't eat pizza. So I think we found a new streak to go with. But hey, let's go ahead and dive here into the box score. Domas Sabonis, 35 minutes of action, 10 of 13 from the field, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, including 2 clutch free throws late in this game to give the Kings
every free throw was clutch in this game.
The lead. Yeah, it definitely was. 10 rebounds for him, 7 assists, a steal, a block, 3 turnovers, only 2 personal fouls tonight for Domas. So really, really good to see that. The refs weren't calling anything in the second half of this game.
Yeah, it was weird. They were calling everything in the first half.
Yeah.
And then nothing in the second half.
Yeah. Super crazy. They must have got a memo from the NBA at halftime or something like that.
Must have.
But 23 points for him tonight. Another double-double. Harrison Barnes, 37 minutes of action. Dude, 20 points on 11 shots for him tonight. 6 of 11. He's been shooting the ball incredibly well as of late. Not well from the three-point line tonight, 0 of 3, but 8 of 8 from the free throw line. 7 rebounds for him. Keegan Murray, 33 minutes of action. 5 of 10 from the field. 4 of 9 from three-point range. 5 rebounds tonight, 14 points, a steal. Did not play in crunch time. We'll talk about that later on the show. De'Aaron Fox, 34 minutes of action, 12 of 22 from the field, 1 of 5 from three-point range, 8 of 8 from the free throw line. Calvin, free throws, huge, as you mentioned, for the Sacramento Kings tonight. 33 points. That's right. 8 games in a row of 30-plus points. That's the second longest streak in the NBA this season and the longest active streak for a Kings player in the Sacramento era. 7 rebounds, 7 assists, and a steal for him tonight. Only 2 turnovers. Kevin Huerter, he's back, Calvin. Red Velvet is back. 22 minutes of action. 6 of 9 from the field. 3 of 4 from the three-point line, and 3 of 3 from the free throw stripe. 18 points for him tonight. Trey Lyles, 10 points off the bench. 2 points for Metu. 4 points for Davion. And then my guy Malik Monk, 4 points for him off the bench, but 8, I repeat that, 8 huge assists tonight for Malik Monk. Calvin, what stands out most to you?
In the box score, I mean, I think the fact that all 5 starters were in double figures stands out the most to me. You know, this is Keegan Murray's been playing really, really well as of late. Harrison Barnes, his scoring has started to come on as well. And now, like you mentioned, Kevin Huerter is also giving them the offense. His three-point shot looking much, much better.
Yep.
This has been, the best, one of the best, if not the best starting lineup in the NBA all season. They've played the most minutes as a starting unit in the NBA this year. This is what's going to drive them, right, with Sabonis and Fox being the heads of the snake, of the Hydra, if you will.
Yeah. Do the Clippers not have the worst name in the NBA? Worst team name, right?
They do until we get to the Timberwolves, and then it'll be them, right?
The Timberwolves is not bad. But
worst mascot, worst team name.
Yeah, that's Clippers. It's straight up. Worst mascot. What is their mascot, by the way?
It's a bird.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you look that up?
No, I've seen it.
What's its name?
I don't know what its name is.
Clip?
I have no idea.
Okay.
If anybody knows.
Because the Clippers are boats, right? So
yeah,
the team is named after boats.
Yeah. Condor is
interesting.
A suggestion.
Shout out to
I don't know if that's the name or the type of bird, but
anyways, worst team name. in the NBA, in my opinion.
Kenny the Condor. There you go. I knew somebody would know out there.
EJ just left the game. Shout out to EJ. Hopefully you had a fun time. I heard this was a record-tying attendance tonight at Golden One Center. So that is definitely exciting.
I think it's going to be record-tying or record-breaking just about every home game for the rest of the year.
Yeah. I mean, we can't wait to go to a game.
Yes.
And guys, to all my Kings fans out there, hopefully you guys can make it to a game this season because things are incredible at the moment. And hey, get yourself a Light to Beam t-shirt at RoyalRebounds.com. Rock it at the game and send us a picture. Tag us in a post. We will definitely retweet that. But hey, into the team stats here. The worst team name in the NBA, they shot 54% from the field. The Kings shot almost 53%. 30% from three-point line for the Kings as opposed to 34% for the Clippers. The Clippers were shooting horrible from three-point range for the beginning of the fourth quarter until Paul George went crazy and started making a bunch of shots. I believe they were 1 for 10 at one point. And then Robert Covington hit 2 threes in a row. Then Paul George went crazy to bring them back into the game. It wasn't enough. They needed some Kawhi, and Kawhi was resting on the bench tonight because he doesn't play back-to-back. So shout out to him. Free throws. The Kings shot, Calvin, 26 free throws tonight. Guess how many they made?
All 26.
26. 100%.
All 26.
From the free throw line. That's it. Mike Brown, no laps tomorrow for the Sacramento Kings. No sprints. Dude, this is what we've been waiting for. And it made a difference in this game.
Oh, the free throw shooting?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not the wind sprints.
Yeah, I was like, we've been waiting to do suicides?
70% from the free throw stripe for the Clippers tonight. That's a big difference in the game. They shot 27 attempts, missed 19. Kings out rebounding the Clippers tonight, 45-32. No Zubats. Definitely helped the Kings out there. Only 26 assists tonight for the Sacramento Kings. Interesting number. Steals, 7 for the Clippers, 3 for the Kings. Blocks, 3 for the Clippers, 2 for the Kings. 11 turnovers tonight for the Kings as opposed to only 7. Only 7 turnovers tonight for the Clippers. Much different script in the last game. But same result, Calvin. Kings win by 1. 12 fast break points tonight for the Kings as opposed to 17 for the Clips. And then points in the paint, pretty even. 58 for the Kings, 56 for the Clippers. Calvin, I mean, what are your thoughts on all these team stats?
Well, I think the things that stand out the most to me are free throws and rebounding. Like you said, took advantage of the fact that Zubats wasn't playing again. 9 offensive boards. And won the rebounding battle as a whole. And then, obviously, they needed every single last one of those 26 free throws to pull this one out.
Jesus says, somebody answer me, please.
He wants to know where the bouncer is, and I wish I had an answer for you, Jesus. I don't know how many times I've said that.
Yeah, the bouncer's clocking in late. He messaged us. He said he wasn't going to be here. Then he said he was going to be here.
Yeah, he's got some...
He's a busy guy. We
some
appreciate
scheduling
the bouncer
conflicts,
and everything that he does for the channel here. But hey, he's
Alpha
a little
Man
late.
says he's in the bathroom.
Yeah, he's probably in the bathroom.
Likely guess.
Yeah, shout out to Dylan for joining in. And Lane is here. Guys, 3 more likes, and we smash the beam button.
That's right.
Just like you guys should smash that like button and that subscribe button. Calvin, let's talk about De'Aaron Fox.
Let's talk about it.
I want to talk about De'Aaron Fox. First game back from the injury. You said he was resting.
He only missed 1 game.
Yeah, you said he was resting.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Was he not?
I mean, you can get rest when you're injured.
I'm sure his wrist was sore.
Oh.
I'm sure it was.
All right, well, I'll give you the floor. Tell me about De'Aaron Fox. How did he look tonight?
He looked fantastic. This guy is literally taking it to another level. I mean, we've said that, I feel like, every year for the past couple of years. Just the team success wasn't there.
Yep.
Now the team success is there, and he's becoming an even better player. Made the All-Star team. He's even better than the guy that made the All-Star team as an injury replacement just a couple weeks ago. He's much better than that. Yeah. Would you agree?
Oh, I mean, he's playing great.
Other than Damian Lillard, he's had by far and away the best month of February in the NBA.
Yeah. Yeah. Other than Mike Brown.
Well,
but we'll talk about that.
Other than Mike Brown.
We'll talk about that. I can't see how many likes are up there, Calvin. Did we reach the number?
I think we're there.
You set a pretty low standard tonight.
Well, I want to be. Oh wow! Thank you, Jay.
What did Jay say?
Says I have immaculate teeth. I'm not showing you the bottom teeth, though. Those are messed up. It's just the top.
I thought he was going to say something about the hair.
That comment caught me off guard, man. I did set the bar low, but, I mean, come on. 5 straight, what is it, 5 straight wins?
5
6
in a row.
straight wins?
5 in a row. 6 is tomorrow, Calvin.
6 is tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know, we're celebrating, so light the fucking beam, bro.
All right, King's Jesus, here we go. Light the beam.
Fire the laser!
All right, look at that purple beam into the sky. That is so beautiful. Look at that thing. Wow. How tall is it? We still need to figure out from Nick. He was going to ask and see how tall.
One day, Nick will
the
let us
beam
know.
is.
One day.
Man, it is so, so great. Light the beam, and it's so pretty. I can see it. I can see it. But yeah, De'Aaron Fox has been playing incredibly, incredibly well, Calvin. I mean, what's the biggest difference? Like, what have you noticed? Like, what is he doing differently? Because a lot of people, I mean, early on in the career, right, people are like, oh, he needs to work on the three-point shot. Tonight, he shot 1 of 5 from three-point range. He's getting his points. He's getting assists. He's getting wins. Like, he just looks like a totally different player.
He does look like a totally different player. I think he's doing it for his baby, as Lane says, which, you know, you can't argue with that.
Courtside baby.
We kind of talked about this a couple of shows ago. I wouldn't say that there's necessarily one thing. Like, he has improved parts of his game every year, right? I mean, the three-point shot is still not great, but it has slowly improved. He's actually a much better three-point shooter this year in the fourth quarter. He's the king of the fourth quarter in the NBA, but percentage-wise, he's definitely doing really much better from three. He's up to the free throw percentage, even though it kind of slid there a little bit, dropped under 80%. Overall, he's been much, much better at that. I think his understanding of the game, his understanding of how to use his speed too, right? Mm-hmm. Like, obviously, if you're the fastest player in the NBA, you can fly around, you can get to the basket no matter what. But to me, it's the ability to decelerate. The fact that he gets off those floaters, nobody even comes close to blocking his shot when he's in the paint because he's able to speed people up and then slow down, and there's no sticking with that. Absolutely not. And that's why he gets to the free throw line more this year as well. Percentage-wise, he's the best finisher at the rim in the NBA. He's the best percentage shooter in the restricted area. We're talking about a 6'3" guard here. Like, that's incredible. So I think it's all of those things combined with the fact that he finally got players around him to unlock his true potential. You know, he doesn't have to do everything from the first quarter on. We've been critical of him in the past this season for not getting it going earlier in the game. Mm-hmm. But it is so true that the fourth quarter is his quarter, and that is where he shines the brightest. And he's able to do that now because of the supporting cast that was built around him. He didn't have that in years past. Yeah,
I think that as strange as this may sound for the fastest guy in the NBA, the game has slowed down for him in the NBA. Yeah. He's a lot more aggressive. He's looking to get to the line. He's not looking to just draw contact, but he's finishing through contact with his huge. He's making free throws. Obviously, making some threes helps because people have to guard him at the three-point line, which allows him a little bit more space to blow past people. But you're right. It's bringing in other guys that complement him. The Kings have been shooting incredibly from the three-point line this season. It's just been incredible, which allows more spacing for him. Having a big like Sabonis that can pass the ball and is not stranded on the three-point line has been absolutely huge for De'Aaron Fox. But hey, he's growing, he's blossoming right in front of our eyes. So yes, shout out to De'Aaron Fox. He is doing an incredible, incredible job. We've got a couple questions here in the chat. Somebody asked if there's many Kings fans here in Hawaii, Calvin.
There are not.
I've been seeing a lot more Kings jerseys lately. Kings hats.
Well, the bandwagoners are out. That's what happens when you start winning games.
Guys, there's not a lot of people that live here on Maui. There's really not. The majority of the people that we see, that we interact with, they come and go every single week. But hey, the Kings doing well, the Kings winning basketball games is definitely making people more likely to wear Kings jerseys, Kings hats, Kings gear. So I've been seeing a lot more. And somebody that said Hawaii is Lakers territory, that might have been true a couple years ago, but I do not see any Lakers gear anywhere, Calvin.
It is still mostly Laker territory. I would say the Warriors are right there also, though. There's a lot of Warriors.
Most annoying fan base in the NBA. Yeah. Second to the Clippers, I would say, probably.
Yeah.
But, I mean, at least they have a good team name. Unlike
now they have a
Clippers.
good team. Oh, okay. I thought you were
The
talking
Warriors.
about the Clippers.
The Warriors. I can't talk too much smack about the Warriors. I know there's probably a bunch of Warriors fans in here. But hey, yeah, we love the Kings. We love the Kings. We love the Kings in Hawaii. We should call them the Elite East because that's King in Hawaii, right? So the Elite
That's
East.
true.
We should make some Elite East jerseys. That would be special. Let's talk a little bit about Kevin Huerter, Red Velvet. A lot of Kings fans have been hating on Kevin.
Yes.
Which is funny because I swear we went to the very first game of the season and everyone was yelling out, Kevin. It was before the Keegan
Keegan
one.
chant.
It was like, Kevin Huerter. And everyone was like, Kevin Huerter's amazing. The Kings won the trade, blah, 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 this. And then the past couple weeks, everyone's been talking smack about Kevin Huerter, about how he can't shoot, how bad he did in the three-point competition. He can't play defense. Calvin, he's making shots.
He is making shots.
We've stuck with him. Mike Brown's stuck with him.
That's what you do. I mean, that's what they did with Keegan Murray. That's what they've done with Malik Monk when his shot wasn't falling. Terrence Davis, guys go through shooting slumps over the course of a year. Unless you're Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, or Damian Lillard, you're going to go through a shooting slump.
They go through shooting slumps.
Yes, they do. They're pretty small though. So that's what you do. You shoot your way out of a slump, and he's doing that right now. And I'm going to tell you this.
Okay.
He might want to keep wearing those shoes. Red velvet,
I like those
red shoes.
I like those shoes.
I think maybe it's the shoes.
Yeah. You got any thoughts on defense for Kevin Huerter? Any pointers?
No, man. The guy needs so much help.
Keep
it's
your
hard.
hands up.
It's so hard. He just to try to guard guards and wings in the NBA is impossible if you're not quick and able to slide your feet and move and recover.
Yeah.
Short twitch muscles. Like Kevin Huerter doesn't have much of that. He just doesn't. So it's gonna be tough.
He's got slow twitch muscles.
Yeah, and he fouls a lot too because of the fact that he can't stay with people. So it's tough out there for him.
Okay.
I don't know what to say.
No pointers at all.
I mean,
you know what Nick would say?
Play better defense.
You gotta guard your man. I agree with Nick.
You gotta guard your man. I still think they could put him in better situations. Like, the OKC game, he came down and guarded Jalen Williams like 4 possessions in a row.
Guarded?
He was guarding Jalen Williams.
Is guarded right?
It's probably not, but he was guarding Jalen Williams 4 possessions in a row, and he just took it straight to the basket and got a layup every time. Switch him off onto somebody else. Make it a little easier. He's not a bad help defender. He plays passing lanes well. He gets deflections. He's a lot of people have pointed out it doesn't matter because they'll just run pick and roll to his man and get a switch. Mm-hmm. That's stuff that you have to deal with. And I still think they could maybe blitz the screen more, try to force the ball out of hands and then rotate out of that. There are ways to kind of cover up that stuff, but with how good teams are at shooting from outside these days and how quickly the ball moves, you can't really hide anybody on defense. Yeah. That's not really how the game works.
Clippers do move the ball pretty well.
Yeah.
Did you see some of the defensive stats they were shown on the screen tonight during the game of the Kings in the first 3 quarters as opposed to the fourth quarter? Like I was seeing first, second, and third quarter, they were like 25th, 26th, 27th ranked defense. And then in the fourth quarter, what was it, like 7 or 8? And then plus minus, they were like number 2 in the NBA.
Their differential.
Or net differential in the fourth quarter, which is absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, what are some of the things you are seeing that they're doing differently in the fourth quarter as opposed to the first 3?
I think it's just the intensity and effort. And it has to come from all 5 guys, right? I also think that they tend to save some of their, I don't want to call them special plays or anything, but like,
thank you for beating the strippers. That'd be a better name.
That was all you.
That's a better team name than the Clippers.
They mix things up. They throw different stuff at you in the fourth quarter. Stuff like blitzing a screen or the zone like we saw tonight, being able to go back and forth. That's those different looks than you've had the entire game. But again, defense is all about effort. That's 100%. All it is. So I think
you're
that
Kevin Huerter.
Well, no, he gives effort. He just is physically handicapped. Oh, okay. That didn't come out right. He is he doesn't have a lot of the physical tools that it requires to be a good perimeter defender.
That's the nice way of saying physically handicapped.
I guess, yeah, that's the PC
physical
way of saying he's physically handicapped. I'm sorry, Kevin, you're not physically handicapped, but he struggles because he's not fast
I think
enough.
he would agree with you.
Probably. I hope. I don't know. I'm not being too hard on him.
But see, this is the thing, right?
It is what it is.
That's how good of a shooter that he is. That's how good he is at other things to make up for that.
Yes, and it's not just the shooting. I mean, we've seen him put the ball on the floor, be a good playmaker for others. Him and Domas work really, really well together. He's movement challenged. Thank you, Lane. But in the fourth quarter, this team we've seen it all year long. Close games, those big clutch situations, they've shined and excelled in those moments all season long for a team that, has no not really any postseason experience and has a bunch of new guys to throw together. The credit has to go to Mike Brown and the coaching staff, my good friend Jordy Fernandez, who I know is a big architect
Your
of
good
that.
friend now. Jesus Christ, what did I miss?
You missed everything.
Yeah.
You were sick.
You guys are best friends now?
Yeah, we're best friends.
Okay.
I texted him today.
Oh, what did he say?
I said congratulations on the win. He hasn't responded yet, but
he's probably
he will.
busy
He's
right
probably
now.
busy.
He's
right
probably
now.
lighting the beam or something. Yeah. Jordy, text us back. Anyways, Pika House says he just picked up 2 Light the Beam T-shirts.
Oh, nice. 2.
Awesome.
Love it.
Wear them to the next game. Send us a picture. And to everybody else that's watching, pick up this shirt, RoyalRebounds.com, Light the Beam. It's got an awesome little Royal Rebounds tag over here as well. Appreciate all your support and support for the Sacramento Kings. Calvin, breaking news. The Memphis Grizzlies lose to the Denver Nuggets tonight.
Yeah. My favorite comment on the show so far tonight, Lakers lose, Grizzlies lose, beam. I forget who said it. Shout out to whoever said that. It was great. Beam.
So taking a look here at the standings in the Western Conference, Denver's running away with the lead here. 45 wins, 19 losses. Memphis is in the second seed temporarily at 38 wins and 24 losses. We're hearing all sorts of drama coming out about star player John Morant. Interesting. You feel like talking about that, or we keep moving?
We'll keep it rolling. We can maybe come back to that, but
okay.
Let's focus on the Kings here for a second.
Okay. You don't want to get any justice for the kid he punched in the face or anything like that?
Any justice? Well, that's in the works.
Okay. All right. We'll come back to that.
Justice will be served.
We'll come back to that. And the Kings are in the third spot at 37-25 now, Calvin. Only 1 game back from the Memphis Grizzlies for the number 2 seed in the Western Conference. I got to say that again because that sounds crazy. The Sacramento Kings are only 1 game back from the 2 seed in the Western Conference.
You called it, man. You said the Kings are this year's Memphis Grizzlies. What seed did the Grizzlies finish in last year?
Yeah. Number 2. That's
2.
incredible. Incredible. And how many games are we? I'm not the best at math. It looks like
63
games. 62. 37-25.
Oh, 37. Yes.
62 games.
No, they're 30. This was their 38th win, wasn't it? Was it not?
37.
37th.
We're all over the place.
We were.
20 games left. The Kings are the 3rd seed.
Yeah.
Potentially could be the 2nd seed. This is wild. I cannot believe it. That is incredible. Lane says 38. Maybe Lane's right. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me double check. 37, 38. How many wins do we have? We can't even keep track. We have too many wins, Calvin, to keep track of. Too many wins to keep track of. 37-25 is the correct answer.
37.
12 games over 500. I cannot even imagine the last time that happened. All right, let's go over the rest of the starters, and then we got to hear from Nick here.
Real quick, Softball Games wants to know what the Kings' fourth quarter D is ranked. They are 2nd in the NBA in net differential.
I believe it was 7
and
or
I think
8.
Points per game or points per quarter allowed is like 7th or 8th.
It was 7th or 8th. Yeah. In the first 3 quarters, they were between like 25, 26, and 28.
Yeah.
That's wild. That's a huge difference.
It's a huge difference.
Huge difference. Okay, we talked about Fox. We talked about Herter. Who you want to talk about next?
I want to talk about Keegan Murray.
Keegan!
Oh, I was waiting for the chat. Murray.
I'll give you another chance, Calvin.
Keegan!
Murray.
Man, I cannot wait. I got to work on that. I got to work on my Murray. Are you going to do like Murray or Murray? How are you going to do it when you're at the game?
You sound like Joaquin Phoenix in Joker. You know, when he's on the Murray, what's his name? Murray something show?
Okay, real quick. We got to get to Rotters, but, dude, I just noticed you got the cowbell. Can we get some cowbell?
Oh, yeah, we can get some cowbell.
Break the microphones, why don't you? Oh, here we go.
You're welcome.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
I think they want the...
Oh,
It's too loud. It's too loud for Rodder's ears.
Give you guys some more cowbell. All right, Calvin. Rotters wants a haircut update.
Well, there's no update to give. My hair's going to get cut. The question is, what do you want it to be?
You've given up all hope?
Well, not all hope, but like at this point, I got to be prepared.
Do you want to let everybody know that's watching that maybe doesn't know the deal?
That's true. If any of you don't know, I think I saw Derek in the chat earlier here. He's the guy that originally suggested this bet.
I love Derek.
He bet me that if the Kings finish this season 5th or better in the Western Conference, I cut my hair off. And it somehow evolved into the chat gets to choose what haircut I get, and Barry will give me that haircut on a live stream.
Everybody's ears. I apologize for all your guys' ears. We'll definitely figure that out. Calvin, why did you make this bet?
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, I had to cut my hair at some point.
Okay. Okay, now.
No, okay. I am not alone in thinking this, so I will say it. I'll be a man and say it. I did not expect the Kings to be this good. I did not.
I agree with you.
So I'm not saying I didn't expect them to have a shot at the playoffs. I thought the 6th through 8th, maybe 9th seed was very realistic, and they would have to perhaps win a game in the play-in tournament to earn that playoff berth.
Okay.
I thought there was not much chance that they would have a home court first-round playoff series.
And Calvin, what place are they in right now?
They're in 3rd. They're practically in 2nd.
Okay.
And shout out to senior softball games. Thank you.
Oh, yeah. Shout out for you for the super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Calvin, have we narrowed down the options?
Well, bowl cut has definitely been a heavy favorite at this point. I've seen mullet a lot. I've seen mohawk, I think.
Yeah.
I've seen...
We got to narrow it down a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh. Remember Simple Calvin?
Oh, yeah. I do remember Simple Calvin. How could I forget that one? High and tight bowl cut.
If you guys have any suggestions for what haircut you'd like to see Calvin get on the show.
I think once we get closer, maybe we know what the magic number is for the Kings to clinch a spot or even clinch the division. We'll do a poll with some haircut suggestions.
Yep.
And the bet, highest vote wins.
We'll cut it here live on the show. Either I will cut it or I'll invite our barber, David.
There you go.
And have him cut it during the show.
The Timberlake. I don't even know what that is.
We'll look it up. Is
that like a timber wolf?
Billy says bald. I'm cool with bald too.
I'm not cool with that. That is the one thing I will not. I just will not do.
Calvin works by the pool.
Yeah. Yeah.
He would die. Okay, back to the Sacramento Kings. Who do you want to talk about? Keegan Murray.
Keegan.
Let's talk about Keegan. 33 minutes of action tonight. 5 of 10 from the field. 14 points. 5 rebounds. 4 of 9 from 3-point range. The dude is killing it from the corner. Like, that is his spot. And we saw him do a couple different things over the past few games, right? We've seen him take the ball up the court now. In today's game, we saw him with like a kind of like a little step back mid-range shot.
Yep.
We've seen him do quite a few different things. He's rebounding a lot more after you called him out for not rebounding well. Give me your thoughts on Keegan.
I love Keegan Murray. I'm so happy that the Kings drafted him. He just continues to show more and more every month, every game, every week. His confidence is growing. The team's confidence in him is clearly growing. They're just opening so much more up for him, allowing him to be more aggressive. And the defense. Like I said, it's not easy to guard NBA guards and wings in this league. He did a pretty damn good job on Paul George, who is a tremendous offensive player. Absolutely tremendous. And one of my favorite things that I saw in tonight's game that may go overlooked, but they showed a replay of it. So I think it was off of a turnover. He comes down, open three, misses, follows the shot, gets his own rebound, kicks it to another guy in the corner, open three, miss, get another rebound, finds Sabonis in the post, and then what does he do? He goes and sets a screen for him on the block. That is something you almost never see, but it was perfect to get Sabonis a wide open shot. The whole possession was all him.
That was incredible.
It was just beautiful to watch.
It was incredible. You know, there's very few players in the NBA that I will watch when they don't have the basketball, right? LeBron James was one of those originally that I would just love to watch LeBron. This is before Lakers LeBron, before I don't want to say hate LeBron because I don't hate him, but I root for him less now. But anyways, he was one of the guys that I would love to watch. It didn't matter if he had the ball or didn't have the ball. Of course, he has the ball more often than not, but he just would do all those things, right? And it's great to see Keegan Murray starting to do things like that. Not that he is LeBron or will be the next LeBron or anything like that, but it's just incredible watching him, the way he's working, moving on the floor. He does not look like a rookie, Calvin.
He does not.
I mean, he blew through that rookie season. Now he's in, year 2, year 3, like the way he's playing on the court. He's incredibly confident. He's shooting the ball well. He's making plays for his teammates. He's doing all the little things. Rebounding is absolutely huge. Something that you highlighted. And shout out to Matthew, Bench Matthew in here.
Yes.
I saw him earlier. But something that you guys both highlighted in things that guards could do to help this team out. Keegan Murray could also rebound a little bit more and help out.
And he's
Sabonis.
been rebounding much, much better.
And he has, and it's really shown with a lot of Kings victories. I got to ask you, though. We saw Keegan benched late in the game, and they throw Malik Monk in there. Keegan Murray was shooting well, 50% from the field, almost 50% from three-point line. And in crunch time, they put in 1 and 8, 0 for 5 from three-point range, 4-point Malik Monk.
Jay, you're killing me here with this haircut suggestion. Yes, I was kind of thinking about that as well, but I'm okay with the decision because of one thing. The Clippers' ball pressure, obviously, they ratcheted it up to another level there towards the end of the game. You needed another really solid ball handler out there. And Keegan Murray.
Free throw shooting as well.
Also free throw shooting. I mean, Murray's a good free throw shooter, but you needed a guy that you could give the ball to and be sure that if a strong double team came at him, that he would be able to make the right play and get out of that. I was a little confused as to why there was a timeout there, and then they didn't put Keegan Murray back in for defense. I would have maybe done that.
Was it that last timeout by
Yes.
Ty Lue?
Yes.
And where the Kings did force that turnover?
Yes, where they ended up getting lucky. But
That was incredible.
It was pretty incredible. That's maybe the only argument I could have made for Keegan being back on the court, because the long range or the length, the ability to switch and guard multiple. I'm getting messed up by the chat here, dude. They're just getting me.
Yeah, they said
so much tonight.
The Clippers are taking Calvin's hair.
Yeah, it's coming, man. It's happening. I'm okay with it.
Okay.
But that's the only thing that I would say is maybe what I would have done differently in terms of offense-defense substitutions down the stretch. But not having him out there offensively, they needed the better ball handler out there. So Malik was the guy. 8 assists tonight.
Yeah.
I know he had a few turnovers as well, but he made a lot of really, really great plays.
And that
and
huge
the right
assist
decisions.
at the end to Sabonis underneath the basket.
Him and Sabonis, they are the best two-man combination, I think, on this team right now.
Wow. Okay.
I mean, Fox is great. He's been really, really solid. He's cut his turnover numbers down. His assist numbers have still been high. But in terms of just how they work together, feeding off of each other, Malik and Sabonis are at the top of the list for me right now.
I mean, I love me some De'Aaron Fox, but Malik Monk's like a little ball of energy that just does not quit. Yeah. He does not stop. I mean, it was a week ago where we beat down these Clippers again.
Yep.
We'll beat them down next time. I wish. Do you remember there was a Clippers fan in the chat last Friday that was like, y'all are going to lose next week. We're going to beat you down in your own home, all that. I don't see him now.
Yeah, that's
He's
true.
afraid to come back. He didn't want to come back. Probably because his team's got the worst team name in NBA history.
Dylan makes a good point here, too, having Trey out there as well.
Yep.
A guy that is a veteran, been in more of those situations, high IQ. I think Keegan has a high IQ as well, but still learning. And Trey is really solid with the ball, great shooter as well, versatile defender too. So yeah, he played really, really well for them tonight. So,
do you know who got the chain tonight?
I don't know officially who got it. I'm sure somebody else out there does.
I was thinking it might have gone to Trey Lyles.
Trey Lyles is definitely a strong candidate. I think Keegan deserves a lot of credit as well for the job that he did on Paul George for most of the first half. But yeah, Trey definitely balled out.
Let us know in the chat if
was a big block
if you found out who got the defensive player of the game chain other than Calvin, because we've been busy lighting the beam. But Calvin, I mean, I want to talk about that last play real quick, or the last turnover for the Clippers that the Kings forced there. That was absolutely huge.
Oh, it was incredibly huge.
One thing that we talk about, and I think a lot of people are worried or were worried about, is this Kings team is so young, they're inexperienced, they haven't been here before, all these things, right, that they're going to make mistakes in late games. I mean, this team is undefeated in overtime. This team has one of the second best net rating in the fourth quarter. Yep. And they just seem to keep making the right plays at the right time. Like, that was incredible, right? The Kings are up 1. Clippers have no timeouts left, so they can't advance the ball. They throw it in. The Kings trap. There's like a couple different traps. And then the funny part is I don't even remember who turned it over, but
it was Westbrook.
Okay, because they show Westbrook's face afterwards, and I am just laughing so hard. But it's like right play at the exact right time. So give me your thoughts on that. Like, how did that transpire? Break down that play for me.
Well, I still think they got a little lucky. I mean, it was a good trap, and they forced the Clippers to speed up. They made them make a pass or make a play perhaps before they were ready for it, and it was a bad pass. Whether it was good defense that forced it or just a bad pass, I think the Kings, a combination of them putting the pressure on at the right moment and the Clippers making a bad play.
Because they're the Clippers.
Because they're the Clippers, and they have the worst mascot and team name in the NBA.
You agree?
I don't know. We need to maybe go through a list of all the mascots.
Okay.
Before I make my official decision on who the worst mascot is. But
I don't even know all the mascots. They just don't make sense.
A lot of them don't.
That's my thing. Like the Suns. I mean, we read the whole story about how it happened and all that. Yep. Boo-hoo. Stupid mascot. But I mean, I think just a lot of teams, like if I wasn't a Kings fan, I'd be jealous that the Kings have a lion that knows how to roller skate. You know?
Yeah, he's very talented, Slamson.
Yeah, and we got, did you see the girl at halftime riding the bicycle?
No, I did not.
That was pretty crazy.
She
was riding the bicycle. I'm
if it's not Red Panda,
I'm pretty good at riding the bicycle, and I could ride it backwards, but this girl was like doing all sorts of crazy things riding a bicycle.
Hey, that's cool. She was a gun.
Yeah, and she was wearing like a Superwoman outfit.
Oh, cool.
It was pretty funny because Morgan was doing the halftime thing, and she's like, didn't really know what to say, and she's like, and Superwoman riding a bicycle.
Slamson and Supergirl.
Oh, Supergirl. Sorry, I said Superwoman. I apologize, but yeah, dude, we're so lucky that we have Slamson. Slamson's the man.
Definitely,
He's
an
so
all-timer.
So funny. Were you with me at that game where he was walking around and holding the Lions calendar with all the pictures of these Lions on the calendar? That was absolutely hilarious.
Well, one of these days, you got to tell everybody about your character that you invented, Slamson's cousin, Windmill.
Oh, Windmill P. Dunkson?
Windmill P. Dunkson.
Oh, okay. The time will come for that.
Yeah.
You weren't supposed to give away my secret. Windmill P. Dunkson is Slamson's cousin, and maybe we'll get into that on another episode. All right, Calvin. Any more love for Keegan Murray? You want to move on? We got to talk about Barnes.
Not enough love to give, man.
Nick has been patiently waiting.
Let's move
on. Hopefully his arm has not fallen off yet. Waiting. Let's talk about HB because he's been on a little bit of a heater recently, offensively.
He's been solid, man. So solid.
He's got that old man game, like I say. Kyle Draper even said it tonight. Oh, dude, shout out to Kyle Draper. One of the funniest lines I've heard him say tonight. Did you hear when Mason Plumlee was tried to flop down low?
Oh,
and he's like, Mason Plumlee tried to sell that one. This ain't Hollywood. This is Northern California. That was hilarious. He's like, that doesn't work here. But anyways, Harrison Barnes has been playing incredibly, incredibly well. I mean, we saw tonight, late in this game, where Harrison Barnes had two shots at a three. He passed it up for a better shot inside. And just little plays like that. He's so smart. His basketball IQ is off the charts.
He's so smart, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, we still haven't played the Island Boys tonight. But I think he's like the steady hand that just rights the ship. And not that Fox and Sabonis and a lot of the other guys can't or are not that guy, but Harrison Barnes is one of the longest tenured Kings on this team, right, with Fox.
Yep.
He already has a championship. He's one of two players on this team that has an NBA championship, and he's just been so steady for them. He's not always scoring a bunch, but he's always there. He's always trying hard. He's always guarding the best player, and he's like putting it all out there on the court. He never complains. We see him run into the alley to ride the bike every single moment he's not playing. It's like the dude can't stop moving. But, give HB some love.
Oh, man. The guy is rock solid. He just makes the right decisions with the basketball. He is, as Rodgers points out, a great mentor for a young team. Championship experience. I think that his temperament is great as well, right, for a leader, because he's not the best player on this team, but he's a guy that you can definitely lean on in crucial moments, in crucial situations, and he is never too high or too low. He's very focused. He's very determined. He's very even-keeled, and he's going to come out. He's a priest. I love it, as Alfie Man says.
2 words that describe him. Role model.
Role model, absolutely. And his game just, this starting group, they fit each other so well. With the three-point shooting, opening the floor up. Barnes is not, we're talking about quick and fast guys. He's not the quickest. He's not the fastest guy out there. But he is he makes very confident and assertive moves with the basketball.
Yep.
Great at getting to the rim. Also great using the deceleration dribble, the deceleration step. Great lean back shot. And he gets to the foul line, man. 8 more free throws. Him and Fox, 8 free throws attempted in this game. He's one of the best free throw shooters on this team. And when they are struggling offensively, shots aren't falling, especially if Fox isn't on the floor.
Yep.
They look to get him the ball, and he goes to the basket because it's a good way to kind of slow things down. They catch their breath a little bit. He gets to the free throw line. They break up the monotony of missed shots, and they continue to use that to kind of get themselves reset offensively.
And I think his confidence just rubs off on the team. He doesn't ever seem to be hurried. He doesn't seem to be panicked or worried. And I think that's something that's definitely contagious, right? Because when you have somebody running around yelling, the sky is falling, it trips everybody else out too. And this Kings team does not have a guy like that.
another reason why they're so good in late game situations.
Great
Clutch
point.
moments, fourth quarters. Hi, Wendy.
Oh, Wendy is here. She was our very, very first
Shout
member
out. Royal Rebounds
on the channel.
Royalty here.
Royalty, part of the royal family. Pretty cool basketball she's got next to her name too, right?
Very cool.
And a green name.
Yeah.
It's only a few of the perks you get if you subscribe and you become a member. It's only $1.99 per month, and it supports the channel. Okay. Anything else you want to say about HB?
I hope they re-sign him.
Yeah.
In the offseason.
He is a free agent. He loves Sacramento. I mean, dude, all we've talked about is how good of a basketball player he is.
Yeah.
And we haven't even talked about the locker room presence.
Absolutely.
What he's done for the community.
Absolutely.
Like, he's never involved in any headlines, any news. Like, you never hear anything bad about HB, which is something I think is really, really underrated. I don't want to throw shade at anybody in the NBA or any team like the Memphis Grizzlies, but, guys like that are just – they're so valuable.
They're a dime a dozen.
They're so valuable.
Totally.
So I love HB, and yes, I hope we can re-sign him at the end of the season. And I think we will. I really do.
Oh, yeah.
I really do
I don't want to, speak for him or anybody outside of the situation, but it seems to me like this is a perfect relationship for the Kings because he's got to be the type of player that realizes what's happening here in Sacramento. This team is onto
100%.
something they're building. So he'll probably want to stay anyway.
Yep.
And he might be willing to take slightly less money so that they have a little bit more to spend on something else.
He will be the Andre Iguodala of this basketball team.
Yeah. That's a perfect way to put it.
Yep.
Perfect way to put it.
Yep. So shout out to HB. Oh, what did Jordy say? Did you ask Jordy if they're re-signing him?
I haven't asked him yet.
Okay. Okay.
I'm waiting for that one. I'm letting him concentrate on the playoff push.
Okay, so I think we got to get a couple questions out to Jordy. So when he gets back to you tonight, I think first question you need to ask him is what haircut we should do for you. Because he.
I know. I know he's gonna say just shave the whole thing.
Oh yeah,
because he's bald.
I'm on board.
Yeah.
And then we got to ask him about HB. Any other burning questions you got for Jordy?
Chat, man. Hit me with some questions for Jordy.
All right, questions for Jordy. # questions for Jordy. Is he going to be here next year? That's another good question.
Yes,
and
good
probably
question.
something he will not give you an answer for.
No, definitely.
Okay. It's not like we saved the best for last, but I mean, this guy that we're going to talk about next is one of the main reasons this team is in a position it is this year. He is a culture changer. I mean, dude, everything we just said about Harrison Barnes, you could say the same exact thing about this guy. And I'm talking about Domas Sabonis. He has been a professional. He is an Iron Man, right? We forget he's got a broken thumb, and he's still playing out there. And you can't even tell. 23 points tonight, 10 more rebounds, another double-double, I think number one in the NBA, 7 assists tonight, a steal, a block. He does everything for this Sacramento Kings team. I mean, we saw him last year. We met him in the lobby. He got traded to the Kings one day, shows up in the lobby that same night, plays in the next game. Incredible.
Yeah. We're spoiled.
Yeah.
I mean, this show is an hour in, and this is the first time that we're talking about Sabonis.
Yeah. Yeah, and he is.
That just goes to show how commonplace his greatness is. Like, it's just expected. You don't ever have to worry or think twice about him. You know exactly what it's going to be every time.
Exactly. And it's almost like being a great big man in the NBA that's like him.
It's a good thing the Clippers didn't force him right.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
It's all over King's Twitter right now. Pretty funny.
But I mean, it's like, I don't want to say he's underappreciated because, Kings fans love him. I'm sure De'Aaron Fox and all the fans love him. But when Fox is putting up 30-point games, everybody talks about De'Aaron Fox, right? Yeah. Because that's just kind of how the league always is. It's the guard, the high-scoring guard, the flashy guy is always going to get the press over somebody else. And I think the beauty of a guy like Sabonis, similar to like Harrison Barnes, is he doesn't give a shit. He just wants to win basketball games. He's going to play hard every single night, no matter what people say, and he's going to win you basketball games. I mean, you could say the same thing for the Denver Nuggets. I mean, when Jamal Murray was out there scoring 35, 40 points a game, people still talk about the Joker, but everyone's like, Jamal Murray, did you see that amazing shot? Mm-hmm. People are wearing Jamal Murray jerseys everywhere. You know, it's like these big men are so underappreciated. And I mean, you said it. We're an hour here into the show, and this is the first time we've mentioned Domas Sabonis. Yeah. So let's give him some love.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't know what more you can say about this guy. Like, as you mentioned, he was just the perfect addition to this team. Does he? The question here: does he complement Fox or Hallie more? I think he'd complement any guard in the NBA. Fox has taken his game to a whole nother level, though. So I think you can directly relate a lot of that to the addition of Domas. And I think that his great players always, not only do they play great and they put up good numbers, but they seek out responsibility and they always want more, right? So they've talked about it a few times recently about how when he first got here, he had a lot of conversations with Mike Brown about what style of play they should run with, how he should be used, all of this stuff. He asked for all of that. He wants to be the focal point. He wants to be the trigger man, basically, for this offense. And he's taking on a huge responsibility defensively as well. You know, we talk so much time after time about how the Kings' interior defense is not good and they don't have a lot of rim protection and they have very, very little help behind Domas. So everybody wanted to add, you know, players to play behind him and kind of give that a little boost. But he's not a shot blocker by any means, but he is playing some of the best defense, I think, of his entire career, given all the things that you have to take into account. The team around him, the fact that he's playing on a pretty small team now. He doesn't have Miles Turner next to him anymore in Indiana to block all those shots. He's had to be the primary guy at the point of attack at the rim. And I think that he's done a really, really fantastic job of that, to add to the fact that he's one of the best rebounders in the NBA. So not only is he playing great, but he's asking for more and more responsibility to be the leader that this team needed to take them to the next level.
Yeah, 100% correct. I want to give a quick shout out to everybody who's joining in live via Twitter Spaces. I see Nick is on here, Dylan is on here, Fred is on here, and Vasquez is on here, LJ Vasquez. Welcome in and thank you guys. And also to everybody that is watching live via YouTube. We appreciate you all so much. Love all your comments here in the chat. Please don't be shy. Let us know how you feel. We would love to hear from all of you. And of course, don't forget to smash up that like button, hit that subscribe button. Calvin, I got to ask you, who won the trade?
Oh, I think at this point it's got to be Sacramento, right? I mean, that's not to say that Indiana didn't get a great player who also hasn't really been totally healthy. He's missed a lot of games, but Sacramento's first in the arguably the toughest division in basketball, the Pacific Division. They're third in the Western Conference. I think the Pacers, the last time I looked, are in 12th in the Eastern Conference. So how could you not say that Sacramento is benefiting more? I don't know about win or lose, but they're benefiting more right now from this trade than Indiana is.
I mean, Sabonis is injured. He's still playing.
Exactly.
Yeah, Iron Man. Well, we got our first caller of the night, and it is...
The Kings won, yeah. Oh, yeah, the Kings won, yeah. The Sacramento Kings, oh, yeah, the Kings won, yeah. Fox is so fast. Sabonis is so strong, yeah. Coach Mike is so smart, yeah. They are the playoff bound, yeah.
Shout out to the Island Boys. All right. You ready to hear from Nick?
Yes.
He's been waiting for a long time.
Nick.
He said he ate some pizza tonight.
Oh, man, he broke his streak.
That's a big surprise. Let's hear from Nick. Nick, how are you, buddy?
What's up? I had much like pizza today.
Nick, we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
There you go. I can hear you now.
Yeah. So the Kings won tonight. Fire the laser.
Fire the laser.
Fire the laser!
The beam is lit.
How was your night, Nick? Did you go to the game?
Yes, I did.
Man, you're a lucky guy. How many games is that now this year?
You don't sound like you lost your voice, man. You weren't screaming enough.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I was excited that the Kings won. They beat the Clippers. Clippers is garbage.
The Clippers are garbage?
Oh, yeah. Worst team name in the NBA, right, Nick?
They lost to the Warriors.
Oh, yeah.
Warriors are playing pretty well right
Warriors
now.
are garbage also.
Yeah. Did the Lakers beat Minnesota? Or did the Minnesota
No,
Timberwolves
Minnesota
beat the
won.
Lakers?
Yeah, Minnesota won, and Nick, the Denver Nuggets beat the Memphis Grizzlies tonight as well.
Oh, wow. That's a good thing.
So the Kings are only one game back from the second seed in the Western Conference. Pretty amazing, right?
How many wins are we at? 37 wins?
37 wins.
37.
So where's Memphis at right now?
Memphis is at 38.
So we're one behind. We're one game
We're
back.
right there.
We got a game tomorrow. We could be at 38 wins tomorrow, Nick.
Why not go 38 wins?
Why not?
Why not? So, hey, you ate some pizza tonight, huh?
Yes, I did.
What kind of pizza?
Cheese pizza.
Cheese. Just cheese?
Just cheese, huh?
Yes.
At the game?
Yes, in the soda.
How many? 100?
One.
Just one. One whole pizza or one slice?
Just one total slice cheese pizza.
Okay. I'm a little disappointed.
You're taking
Nick.
it easy until we get to that pizza eating contest.
Yeah?
All right, I see what you're doing.
He said he was going to eat 100 pieces of pizza.
He said 100 pizzas.
Oh, 100 pizzas?
That's what he said.
Yeah? We're gonna have to see what happens. And you know what? As the employee, as the employee for the River Cats, we get discounts at the King's Team Store.
Oh man,
you get a discount at the King's Team Store?
Yes, I do, because I'm an employee for the River Cats.
Oh, you work for the River Cats?
Yeah, I do.
I didn't know that. What do you do?
Especially I work for the River Cats, and we get discount for the Team Store, King's Team Stores, which is great. I feel, I do. What I do like about it is getting perks like that. I'm a Go to One member already, and I've been a Go to One member for a long time. And
well, Nick, we need to come to a game and go to the team store with you.
Yeah, Nick, can you buy me a jersey?
Yeah, I can. I get a discount.
All right.
That's what I like to hear.
What do you do for the River Cats?
Well, what I do is what I do is for the River Cats, I do
Sounds like
warehouse.
A complicated job.
I work in the warehouse.
In the warehouse, okay.
Yeah, that's where I work at. So it's like, warehouse is good. Just working in the warehouse is good. I enjoy it.
Do you get free tickets to the Kings game because of the River Cats?
No, I don't.
You get a discount?
Discount?
Yeah, discount at the team store.
At the team store.
Oh,
okay.
No tickets though.
Okay. Nick, not I, but the chat has a very important question for you. I don't know if you're reading the chat right now on the live stream.
Yeah.
But so do you know about my haircut bet?
Well, I did get a haircut today, and I'm bald.
Oh, you are? Well, do you know about the bet that I made on this show to cut my hair?
What did you make?
I said if the Kings finish 5th place or better, then I have to cut my hair. But the chat is going to get to choose what haircut I get, and everybody wants to know what your pick for my haircut should be.
You should be bald. You should cut your hair bald.
No, man, that's not a haircut.
Nick, I want him to get a bowl cut.
Yeah, you get that one.
A bowl cut?
I'm gonna put a bowl on his head and cut around it with scissors.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you think about that? Are you like a mohawk? Somebody said he should bleach his hair.
I
Also
think
not a haircut.
Oh, I think you should do that. I think you should get probably a mohawk or something.
Mohawk. Okay, I'm with that one. I like it.
What if
I
we
think
like
you
that.
should.
what was that? What was that? That little kid, Alpha, that had the thing that stuck up in the middle.
Alfalfa.
Yeah, in the Little Rascals or whatever.
Rascals?
Yeah,
Yeah,
could do
Little
that,
Rascals.
and we could do it purple, so you could have a beam on your
my
head.
God.
Purple beam.
Purple beam cut.
Purple beam
man.
sounds awesome.
Nick, we're gonna come up with some good stuff. But hey, I heard it was really, really loud. Fred said it was extremely loud in the arena tonight. Tell us about your experience.
My experience is it was really good tonight, and you know what? I feel really good about it. You know.
Okay.
As you should, man. We're jealous. We want to be there.
Yeah, you do.
Way to rub it in.
Yeah, way to rub it in. I
do,
was
yes,
at the game
you
tonight.
wanna be.
I had pizza tonight.
Yeah,
I
you
get
do.
half off at the store. Wow, Nick's killing it tonight.
He is. Nick, can you see the beam right now?
No, I cannot.
No. What? What? You're already home?
Yeah,
Oh man, you got out of there early, huh? Did you stick around to the end?
I did see the beam. I did
Okay,
see the
good.
purple beam.
Okay. All right,
Fire
Nick.
laser.
Last question before we let you go. Rodders in the chat wants to know, how many wins do the Kings finish the season with?
Probably with 60 wins.
60.
60 wins.
Ooh.
Not 50, 60 wins.
There's
only
I
20
don't
games
think
left.
60 is possible, but hey, that would be great.
Yes, and the Kings are killing it right now.
They are killing it right now.
They are. I'm not the best at math, but I think they have 37 wins now, and there's 20 games left. So that would mean that 60 wins is totally possible.
Yeah.
Yep. All right, 60 it is.
60 it is.
All right, Nick, we appreciate you. And you have practice tomorrow?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Are you going to be able to watch the Kings game?
Yeah, it starts at 7, so I'll be there on time.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect. And then we'll
I
see
will
you.
be-
We'll see you for post game.
Yes, I will be at the game tomorrow night again. And also,
Man, you're killing
and
it.
also-
Lucky guy. And you're going to
And
be
I
at the
will-
team store getting half off, huh?
Of course.
you know what? I do also have a reminder. We do have there is a preseason party at the River Cats on Sunday. It's an open house for them. Anybody wants to come, you guys can come out. The ones that are in Sacramento, so Sacramento Pete, you guys can come out on Sunday.
Man,
There
I
you
would
go.
really, really love to. I was hoping to fly to California. I don't know, Nick, are you a music fan? Do you know about Rolling Loud?
I don't know.
Isn't that this weekend?
Yeah, it's a music festival in LA. It's going on right now. I was gonna fly out because I have tickets. I have VIP tickets, and I didn't make it. But I would love to be in California this weekend. But unfortunately, I'm not gonna make it. Nick, you're gonna have to save your half off for the playoffs.
Yeah, I will.
All right, buddy. We appreciate you so much. Have a good night.
All right, light the beam, sleep beam,
Sleep beams,
Light
Nick.
the beam.
Thanks, bud.
light the beam.
All right, Calvin, let's talk about the bench for a little bit, and then I want to go to Dylan next. But give me your thoughts on the Kings bench tonight, because not a lot tonight from the bench. The starters played well offensively.
Yes.
But we mentioned Trey Lyles played a lot of defense. Give me your thoughts overall on the bench.
Well, the entire bench actually played pretty solid defense. They went to that zone mostly when the second unit was in. Some of it was good defense. I think good traps were made in the corner. They forced the Clippers into some turnovers, and then they also, the Clippers were struggling to shoot from outside with their second unit. Bones Highland was 0 for 6 from 3.
Yeah.
And they were just letting him put it up. So while the Kings bench didn't have the offensive output that we have gotten used to seeing from them lately, the 40-plus point performances, Trey Lyles again was really, really solid, gave them some really big clutch shots in the second half, big-time threes. And I think the whole unit was really solid for them defensively and kept this game right where they needed to be with Fox and Sabonis on the bench. Didn't allow any big runs by the Clippers, which allowed the Kings to put them away late.
Yeah, huge. I mean, it was a team effort. The starters scored a lot tonight.
They did.
But it was an entire team effort. And like I said, we got to see Malik Monk play crunch time.
Yeah.
Even though he wasn't scoring a lot, he was assisting the ball well. And then, Trey Lyles was huge on defense, Davion Mitchell, all those guys. Mike Brown he's so smart.
He's so smart,
as they say. And he knows how to push the buttons for all these guys to keep them motivated, to keep them engaged, and then he could just kind of throw them in and out when he needs to.
Yeah. And Davion was, again, really, really great. Even though he only had 4 points, he's also a very smart player, I think. He picks and chooses his spots. Fox has been so good for them lately that, that's going to take some playing time away ultimately from Davion, even though he still gets the normal, mid or 3-minute rest in the first quarter. He has a schedule, right? But having Davion on this bench is huge for the Kings. Defense, I loved that breakdown, dribble, step back, mid-range elbow shot that he had today. That's the type of stuff that he's got in his game. It's just going to, I think, grow and expand over time. Not everybody puts it all together in their first 2 seasons. Mm-hmm. But just like we talk about with Keegan Murray, this being a really good situation for him to learn and grow and adapt on the fly on a winning team, the same can be said about Davion Mitchell.
Yeah. Yeah, and it takes everybody a different time. Like a lot of people want to compare Ja Morant to De'Aaron Fox, and he's like, Ja did this in his second year, in his third year, and it's like everybody's different. Some guys, it takes a little bit longer for them to develop. De'Aaron Fox, he's playing at an all-star level right now. What in our group chat, somebody was like, De'Aaron Fox should be an MVP.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, he's playing that well, and it took him a little bit of time to get there, and that is okay. And maybe it takes Davion a little bit longer, but hey, I love what I'm seeing out of him. Hey, we got to give Jay a shout out here for the super chat.
Yes.
Jay says he's smoking an LA pack tonight. The LA Clippers got smoked by the Sacramento Kings. Thank you, Jay. We appreciate the super chat. Calvin, I want to go to Dylan here. Dylan's been waiting a little while, and he is here on Twitter Spaces. So let's say what's up to Dylan. Dylan, does Paul George have the smallest forehead in the NBA?
Didn't pay attention to that as much as I did to the rest of the game today. So
okay, welcome in, man. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right. How are you? It's 8 a.m. here, so daytime.
I'm doing fantastic.
Oh, man, that's right. I forget. You're in Spain, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. True fans, dude.
Right? It's crazy.
Yeah, we got a few of them over here in Europe.
Call in the most on this show are in Europe.
Yeah, international fans.
Amazing.
International fans. Give me your thoughts on the game tonight, Dylan.
Well, I actually have an interesting proposal, kind of. I've been thinking about I've watched basically every single game this season. Davion Mitchell, he's one of those players, it's when he gets more starter minutes. We didn't see it, unfortunately, in the last 2 games in February where Fox was out, but last season and at early spurts of this season, Davion is a lot better with more minutes. It's really hard to come in and play 3 minutes and then sub out, come back later, play 2 minutes. I think in the third quarter or fourth quarter when he came in, at some point in the fourth quarter, he came in for 2 minutes and then subbed back out again. It's pretty frustrating for that. How Fox gets subbed out at 6 minutes, right? What if we were to sub out Sabonis, say maybe at the 5-minute mark, bring in Metu, and then have Fox still in, and then at say like the 2-minute mark or 3-minute mark, we take Metu out, so Metu only plays 3 minutes, and then we take Fox out at the 2-minute and let Davion play, the whatever, like 7 minutes straight, instead of letting Metu play 7 minutes straight, because Metu is the one you can't really run offense through him. You're not looking at him for production. Whereas Mitchell, I think if you were to give him 7 minutes in a row, I think he might be a little bit more productive on the offensive end.
Sounds like you put a lot of thought into this.
It's just I don't know. I think Davion, I'd rather see Metu in 3 minute spurts than Davion. I think Davion, if you give him 7 minutes to run an offense, I think I watched him in the Thunder game. he actually runs the offense. Like he swings the ball around. He actually can. I mean, he can run an offense. Maybe you're not looking at your top scorer, of course, but I mean, he can pass the ball around. He can swing it around pretty well. I'd rather have him be in for 7 minutes straight than have Metu in for 7 minutes straight.
What do you think, Cal?
Yeah.
I don't disagree with you that if Davion got more consistent playing time, that he would be more productive. I totally agree with that. I think that while in theory your minutes system would work, the game oftentimes dictates, you can't always keep it so regimented, right? Like exactly this number of minutes these guys are going to get, blah, blah, blah. Guys get foul trouble, guys get hot, they start scoring. Also, to your point about playing Metu less, the Kings are loaded at guard, right? They have a lot of options there, a lot of different guys that can handle the ball. There's Terrence Davis, there's Malik Monk, there's Herter, there's Fox. It's not as crowded in the front court, right? Especially at center.
Right.
Now that Rashawn Holmes is completely gone, it appears Alex Len is an afterthought.
Minus 10
it's Metu and Lyles, right?
Game.
And Lyles a lot of times will play power forward. So I think that's the reason why you can't always have – you're going to have Metu have to play because either Sabonis picks up early fouls in a game or he needs a rest. There are more guys maybe to give a rest or break to De'Aaron Fox, more options that you can throw as opposed to the options you can throw out for Sabonis. So.
Makes sense. It just hurts me to see Davion play in 2 minutes, 3 minutes straight. Because at Davis High, I mean, you guys know it was. I played on the basketball team. We ran the system, where people go in for 1 minute at a time and then you sub out in 1 minute and then sub. It's like when you play for Coach Dan Gonzalez, it was literally 1 minute, 5 people, and then sub out 5 minutes. 1 minute later, a new 5. 1 minute later, a new 5. That was the basketball ran there, and it's impossible to get into any sort of flow with such small minutes.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, when you're a defensive stopper, that's also a whole different world. A 7-game series, it's all about adjustments, in-game adjustments, game-to-game adjustments. A guy like Davion Mitchell, who is incredibly valuable for his defense, and also, like you said, can run the offense. I think you're going to see in certain situations, depending on what the matchup is, who they get in the first round, where he is called upon to do more and play more because of those adjustments that you have to make and the fact that he is a tremendous, tremendous defender. So there will be opportunity for Davion.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I've never wanted to. I mean, I know he's had his rough moments this season, but I've never been someone that was willing to trade. Even at the trade deadline, I know some people were saying, maybe get rid of Davion, but I'm a pretty big Davion fan.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm a huge Davion fan as well, and I'd like to see him play more. But, I mean, at this point, the Kings are playing so incredibly well. I think Mike Brown is doing a fantastic job. You just kind of got to let him do what he does, right? I mean, there's only so many minutes to go around. And to Calvin's point, a lot of defensive guys are used like that. They're in certain situations where you need a stop. You sub him in. Yes, I would like to see him involved a little bit more in late game situations, stuff like that. But it's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the playoffs are a different animal, like Calvin said, and we will see him get more playing time. But don't forget, this is only his second year in the NBA. And I think that his impact on this franchise is not just in games. We talk about practices. Guys like De'Aaron Fox going up against a guy like Davion Mitchell every single day has been helping De'Aaron Fox become a better basketball player. So, I mean, this is just the very, very start of Davion. I don't think we're going to see him get traded here. I think he will flourish and blossom here in Sacramento. It's just going to take a little bit of time because you got a guy like De'Aaron playing in front of him.
Right. I unfortunately have to go. I have 2 things I want to say, though, before I go.
Okay.
One, did you guys see the stat I was throwing out in the chat earlier? A little bit earlier today?
Yeah.
Isn't that
De'Aaron
crazy?
Fox, first player since MJ in 96 to score 30 points or more in 7 straight games while shooting 50% or better from the field.
That's crazy.
Wow.
That's really good.
That's a great stat, Dylan.
Yeah. I didn't. I mean, I saw it on I forgot who it was, but I saw on Twitter. Not mine. I don't want to get any copyright issues here.
Maybe Will Z Stats or somebody posted it. Huh?
No, it was. I think it was like a Metsu fan page or something like that. Just ironically. And the other thing I wanted to say was also not my idea, but Jay in the chat for Calvin's hair. I know you saw it, Calvin. Not a ponytail, but the unicorn horn sticking out the front.
I did
and
see that.
Diet
Yes.
purple. That would be my. I know Nick, but that would be my haircut of choice.
That's your vote.
Have
The
that bad
unicorn
boy.
horn.
Have that bad boy stick out the front.
The
Diet
beam, the purple beam cut.
All right, Dylan. I'm gonna remember that.
Yeah, that's it. I gotta go though, guys.
Hey
Hey,
thanks,
man.
Dylan.
Thank you for calling.
We appreciate you,
Yep.
man. Get some sleep.
I gotta. I'm taking a little road trip today, so.
Oh, very
No
cool,
sleep.
Oh,
man.
wow. All right.
No sleep. Yeah.
All right, buddy. Well,
All
hopefully
right,
we'll
have
see
a
you
good one, guys.
tomorrow.
Yep, I'll try.
Okay. See you, buddy.
All righty, bye bye.
Let's go over to Tanvir and hear from Tanvir real quick. We haven't seen Tanvir in a while. Shout out to Tanvir, our very first fan on the channel.
Yeah, man. This is well.
OG.
Don't say that too loudly. Gotham might take offense to that, but
Gotham's not watching. He's rewatching. He'll be posting later. But
I
Tanvir, what's up,
appreciate it,
buddy? How are
guys.
you, man?
What's
I love
up,
the name
Cal?
change.
What's up, Barry? How's it going, man?
Good, man. I can barely hear you.
I know I have my AirPods on. That's why you probably can't hear me that much.
That's okay.
I'm
I
also
can hear
at
you
work,
when you
too.
talk loud. How you feeling, man?
Hey, man, I'm feeling like jumping off a building, bro.
Oh, man.
Man.
Don't jump
Aim-
off a building.
aim for the
No, I'm
bushes,
not jumping
Tanvir.
off.
Aim for the bushes.
Hey,
You're
man,
feeling
dude, this is
good, like
I'm feeling
jumping off a
amazing,
building. You
man.
feel unstoppable. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I feel unstoppable, bro.
Okay, dude.
Oh,
I
shit,
mean,
man.
5-game winning streak. De'Aaron Fox is playing like an MVP. Kings are winning basketball games. We're undefeated since the All-Star break. Like, can it get any better?
Can it? We can win
Can
the
it?
finals, man. Why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Why
Hey,
not, bro?
Enjoy the moment, man. We've been through a
I'm
lot of
enjoying-
misery over the past 16
Yeah,
years.
man.
So
Bro, I'm
enjoy the
enjoying that to
moment,
the
man.
fullest.
Don't jump off a building, but do something fun because, I mean, we don't know how long
Hey,
it will
man.
last. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. But, hey,
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
it feels great.
Yeah, man. It's just, man, so good, man. Us
Right.
fans deserve all this, man. Just amazing.
You got any thoughts on Calvin's new haircut?
I didn't see it. I'm on Spaces. I didn't see it.
Oh no, I haven't gotten it yet, man. It's a
Oh.
bet that I made with Derek here
Okay.
on the channel. If the Kings
Okay.
finish 5th or better in the Western Conference this year, then I got to cut my hair on a live stream, and the
Okay.
chat gets to decide what my haircut will be. So,
Okay, that should be fun to see.
you got a suggestion?
No, it's all cool. Whatever
Can't
the
get any
fans want,
worse. I
man.
just got a unicorn horn from Dylan. So
You got a bald
Oh.
from Nick. You
Yeah.
got a unicorn from Dylan. Tanvir, what do you think that Calvin what would your vote go for the new haircut for Calvin?
How about a mohawk?
Okay.
there we go. Like it.
Calvin likes the mohawk.
Like it. Shout out to Dirt and Rust also. He's got my back.
What about a purple mohawk?
Sure, why not?
That'd be
Why
pretty
not,
cool.
man?
We might have to bleach your hair first so that the purple shows up. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Tanvir, how many wins do you think the Kings are gonna
Shout
gonna
out
get
to
this
Charles who just joined in. Thanks, Charles. Always got
What
my
was
back.
year? Tanvir, did you hear me?
Yeah. Say it again.
Oh, how many wins do you think the Kings are gonna finish with this year?
Bro, I don't know when we're going to lose. I feel like we're going to win all the
60
games,
wins,
bro.
right?
Why not win all the games, bro?
Why
The way
not?
we're playing?
That would be incredible. That'd be incredible.
Oh.
Us Kings fans, we're getting a little too high on our horses, Calvin.
Yeah, seriously.
Hey, man.
We're going to have to,
Hey,
don't worry,
man.
they'll get knocked down a notch or two here.
We need to hang out with HB, dude. He
Yeah.
needs to just tell us all, like, don't get too high, don't get too
Or
low.
Keegan.
Just keep playing. Just let us do our thing. But, dude, I definitely feel you. I know where you're coming from, Tanvir. Like, it feels amazing. It feels unreal. Like, it all feels like a dream right now.
Yeah, it does definitely feel like
It
a
was
dream,
all
bro.
a dream.
It was all a dream.
Hey, well, Calvin and I got to get back to the show. We got a couple more things to talk about. But, hey, any thoughts on tomorrow's game?
Hey, man, let's win. Light the beam tomorrow, bro. Why not?
Go
on a 6-game winning streak. Why not?
You want to give me a key to the game for the Kings tomorrow?
Let's see. Just play the way we've been playing, man.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Guard your man.
Yep.
Love it. All right, Tanvir, we appreciate you, buddy. Appreciate all your support. Love the new name on Twitter. And maybe we'll see you tomorrow.
100%.
All right, buddy. See you, man.
Have a good one, man.
All right, I see Joseph is requesting to come up on stage. Joseph, would love to hear from you. We just got a couple more things to cover, and then would love to hear from you regarding tomorrow's game. So, Calvin, I mean, you want to wrap up tonight's game? I see we got a bunch of people just joining in here. Shout out to Christian. Shout out to Charles. Charles is a member of the royal family.
Yes, he is.
So we got to give Charles a special shout out because Charles is special. Mike's here. Mike left for a while, and he's back. Also, we forgot to give a shout-out to Young Zell for all the amazing music.
Oh, yeah, of course.
He gives us here on the channel to use during the intro. So shout-out to him. And Bouncer is here as well. I want to hear from you guys in the chat. Mike, did Mike say what haircut he wants?
I don't remember.
Did Bouncer
I'm
say?
sure he's. I don't know if the Bouncer's suggested a haircut yet, actually.
I think Charles said leave Calvin's hair alone.
He did.
But
he said leave my damn hair alone.
But that's not part of the bet, though. I mean,
Mike says cornrows, of course.
If Charles wants us to leave your hair alone, that means he wants the Kings to be the 6th seed, and I don't think he wants that.
He just wants a trim, then, I guess.
Okay, cornrows. I like it.
Dreadlocks. Oh, man.
Dreadlocks.
I can't do dreadlocks. I'm sorry, you guys. Just too gross.
Let's do it. Let's try it.
No, I can't.
What about for like a weekend?
I can't. You can't do dreads for a weekend.
Yeah. We'll put the gel in there and we'll twist them and everything. We could have a lot of fun. Not enough white guys with dreads, says Christian. I couldn't agree more. But Calvin, you want to wrap up kind of the coverage of the game tonight and we can move on?
Full riff raff.
Just overall thoughts. I think you didn't go over your keys to the game yet.
I did not do the keys to the game. So we'll do those real quickly then and just kind of wrap up the game. I mean, I hope everybody that's watching right now got to watch this game because once again, it was a nail-biting finish, highly entertaining, close game. I don't know how many lead changes and ties there were in this game, but it had to have been a lot, a crap ton.
According to my stats, there were 34.
34, wow. Okay, that's a lot.
My source is Trust Me Bro.
TrustMeBro.com. Okay. So keys to the game tonight were attack the paint. The Clippers, whether it's missing Zubats or adding the new guys in at the trade deadline, and they haven't really been able to kind of iron out all the kinks yet. They've had a little bit of a porous defense in the middle, and the paint has been very, very vulnerable. They're giving up over 60 points, over 61 points per game in the paint coming into this one in their last 5. I think the Kings had, 54, 56 tonight. Did a pretty good job overall. Nothing like the 88-point explosion they had last Friday in the double overtime thriller, but the Kings did a good job of making sure that they attacked, and getting to the free throw line was the big one today, right? They might not have had more points in the paint than the Clippers did, but 26 of 26 at the foul line because they stayed in attack mode the whole time. Number 2 was battle of the bench. The Kings bench did not really do much in terms of scoring tonight. However, they were big defensively. They got a bunch of really, really important rebounds, and Trey Lyles hit some really key shots down the stretch in the fourth quarter. And then number 3 was Sabonis in the pick and roll. You saw it over the weekend when the Clippers played Denver. They ran pick and roll with Jokic and Murray over and over and over and over again, and Jokic got good shot after wide open shot in the paint. I thought that was something that the Kings could do with Sabonis tonight. Malik Monk, 8 assists, I have to think 6 or 7 of them went to Sabonis. It was just dime drop after dime drop inside to Sabonis every time, and that really got him going because the Clippers go to that zone. They actually did a really good job of fronting Sabonis and taking the passing lanes away so that the Kings weren't really able to enter the ball into him where they like to give it to him. So Malik Monk being able to get him the ball off of that roll was really key for him to get some buckets. And another fourth quarter performance. Kings closed it out with some clutch free throws, forced a big Russell Westbrook turnover, which was the icing on the cake for all the shit he was talking in this game. He did play pretty well, though, overall, Russell Westbrook. Yeah, they needed him to step up today with all the guys out. So
you know what's wild?
But it wasn't enough.
The Kings are 9-1 this season against Eric Gordon and Russell Westbrook led teams.
Yeah,
9-1. That's wild. That is absolutely wild. Another huge win for the Sacramento Kings tonight, 126-128. Not as exciting as last week, but hey, I love the game. I was happy with the result. Same result tonight. Kings win, and they're 1 game back from the 2 seed in the Western Conference. That's right, 1 game back from the 2 seed in the Western Conference. Absolutely huge.
Mike wants to know where this Kings team ranks amongst all-time Kings teams.
Oh, number 1.
Really?
Yeah.
You're putting them ahead of the, 2002 Sacramento Kings that should have won the NBA championship but were cheated out of it?
Oh, you heard Tanvir. We're not losing again.
Wow.
Which means we're going to be the champs this year.
Wow. They're good. They've got to be up there. But I can't. They haven't won a playoff series yet. I can't put them above that team.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. They're not above that team yet, but they do have potential to surpass that team.
They definitely have potential.
And this team is younger.
Yeah.
It has less health issues as that team. As much as I did love that team, we had an amazing player in Chris Webber who was not, I don't want to say this in a bad way, but he wasn't in the front end of his career, I guess you could say, right?
Yes, I mean
bounced around
he
a
had
little bit.
he had great seasons in Sacramento, but he wasn't physically the same type of player that he was earlier in his career.
Exactly. So I mean, Fox. I'm taking Fox over Bibby all day long.
I would take Fox over Bibby too.
Yeah, this is an incredible team, and guys, it's so young. This is like the first year of this team actually playing together, and look at the results. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, but I feel something special. And whatever they can accomplish this year, I think they're only going to build off of that next year. So happy to see that. Not much going on in Kings news, but we should talk about Mike Brown wins Western Conference Coach of the Month. Calvin, he's your and I favored for Coach of the Year, and I'm sure a lot of people, especially in the chat here. What does this mean for the Kings? What does this mean for Mike Brown?
It for the Kings, it means that they've got their guy, the culture changer that's going to make this team competitive for years to come. And for Mike Brown, he's won Coach of the Year already.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know that winning Western Conference Coach of the Month
really
is going to be, I'm sure he's happy about it. He's proud of the team that they're performing, to the ability that he's been working them towards in order for him to get this award. But let's be honest, he doesn't really care about that.
I think he had a month or 2 months to celebrate last time.
Yeah.
They're like, Coach of the Year, fired. Not going to happen this time. So that's definitely exciting. All right, let's talk about the next game. They play the Timberwolves tomorrow, the Minnesota Timberwolves, the team with the worst team name in the NBA, also the worst mascot.
What is a Timberwolf?
Yeah, Timberwolf. Sounds lame. Anyways, both teams are on a back-to-back. The Timberwolves played, Lakers tonight?
Yes, and won in L.A.
And they beat L.A., which I'm happy about, but they're not going to win tomorrow against the Sacramento Kings.
Beat L.A. happened twice tonight.
Calvin, give me your keys to the game tomorrow.
Key number 1, control the tempo. Both of these teams like to get up and down. The Kings, I think, are better at playing with pace than the Timberwolves. Minnesota averages over 15 turnovers per game. That is 28th or second to last in the NBA. So controlling the pace of the game and being able to force some turnovers to get out in transition, fast break points. We all know how much better the Kings play when they're able to do that. Number 2, they did a great job of this today. They need to keep it rolling. Get to the free throw line. Yep. Minnesota fouls a lot. They're one of the only teams that fouls more than the Kings do. They allow 26 free throw attempts per game. That is dead last in the NBA. Kings really took advantage of their free throws, their free money tonight, hitting all 26. 100%. So they need to make sure that they do that again tomorrow. 100%.
100%.
And then number 3 is going to be the Kings' third option. We all know Fox and Sabonis are great and are going to continue to be great. When you look back at the Kings went to Minnesota and played a back-to-back there earlier this season, they lost the first game. Terrence Davis didn't play in that game. Not saying that he is the key, but he didn't play in that game. Second game of that doubleheader, they won in overtime. Terrence Davis was a plus 16 in 16 minutes played with 8 points. Defensive versatility. And Malik Monk had a big game in that one as well. 19 points and 5 assists off the bench. So who is going to be the guy that steps up and gives the Kings that third option? The starting lineup is really solid. Concrete all the way around. They're playing great.
Yep.
What makes the Kings a much different team and much more difficult to beat is when the bench steps up and plays really, really well. Malik Monk has done that for a few games now. Trey Lyles has been really solid. Who's going to be the guy that gives them that third option, that scoring option off the bench?
All good keys to the game. I definitely want to hear from Joseph here, but we got a question here in the chat. First from Mike Monticello. He says, name the teams in the NBA whose name doesn't end with an S.
Oh, wow.
I can think of 3. I got
Thunder.
Oh, the team with the worst name in the
NBA.
The
team with the worst name in the NBA.
You got the Thunder. You got the Jazz. You got the Magic.
You
got the Heat.
Yes. The Heat.
I think that's it.
That might be it.
Nailed it.
Nailed it,
Mike. All right, let's hear from Joseph. Yo, Joseph. How are you, buddy?
Yo, I'm good. What's up? How's it going?
Oh, feeling great, man. I don't feel like jumping off a building like Tanvir, but I feel pretty good.
Hey, speaking of jumping off of buildings, check on the Clippers fans that you know.
Oh man. But you're not wrong. 5 straight losses.
I feel like
2 losses by 1 point and 3 overtime losses.
Yeah, they suck.
Yeah, they're going through it right now, man. I feel sorry for that fan base.
They got
especially on paper. Yeah, especially on paper, that team should theoretically be competing for a title, but they're just a mess right now. But hey, we won. I don't care.
Right. Throw some more shade at the Clippers. I love it.
All right, what are we talking about
in the NBA?
Clippers. It's pretty bad. I think they're like Clippers are like boats, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. There's boats in Los Angeles, so
they don't even have their own arena, man. Come on.
For sure, dude. For sure, they're the stepchild of the Los Angeles sports scene. So.
Yeah, somebody wrote in the chat a couple days ago, Clippers fans are Lakers fans that can't afford Lakers tickets.
Ooh. Ouch.
Brutal but true. True. All right, I'm going to try and stay on track here because I've been hopping all over the place tonight, Joseph. So let's talk about tomorrow's game against the Timberwolves, the team with the worst mascot in the NBA. Did you hear Calvin's keys to the game?
Yeah, but I forgot them already. Something about the bench being good and, I don't know, defense or some shit like that. So.
Number 1, control the tempo. Number 2, get to the foul line. Number 3, King's third option.
Okay, that sounds good. We played them twice, like not too long ago in 2 close games. So I feel like it's 50-50, but I mean, like Tanvir said, I don't think we'll lose, man. It's we're on a roll. I feel like we're a different team since even the last time we played them. Everybody's clicking right now. they don't have a guy like Fox on their team, you know. So I'll give us the advantage, but I think it'll be a tough matchup for sure. I mean, they've added Mike Conley since we played them last. I don't know if that's a plus or a minus, but I think they'll be tough. And shout out to them for beating the Lakers.
Right?
Yeah, everybody's beating the Lakers. Sucks to be an LA sports fan right now, that's for sure.
Yeah, but hey, they want to play us in the first round, so good luck with that.
Yeah, you gotta.
They gotta make the first round first.
Yeah, you gotta. You gotta make it first. That's absolutely hilarious. How many games do you think the Kings are gonna win this year?
Oh, geez. I mean, I thought 45 would be good, but I feel like they'll do better than that. That's only 8 more wins. I'll go 48.
48.
Yeah, that sounds like a good.
That would be incredible. The schedule is not easy coming down the stretch here. It's not easy at all.
But that hasn't been for the past 4 or 5 games either. So
yeah,
I mean,
no, you're absolutely right. I tweeted before the game started today that it almost feels wrong to go into every game expecting the Kings to win, but that's the state of where we're at right now. I expect them to win almost every time, no matter who they're playing.
Sorry, I'm laughing because there's somebody in the chat here that's, I don't know what kind of fan he is, but he, quote unquote, the Kings are as.
I like as.
Maybe a little typo there.
Yeah, who doesn't? He says, we know the Kings are frauds. Wow. This person sounds very, very emotionally damaged. What do you do, Joseph, when you run into someone that's talking smack about the Kings? What do you say to them?
Oh man, I mostly ignore them. I let the games do the talking. I don't usually engage with too many trolls other than sometimes I'll block them. Sometimes I'll just tell them to shut up. Depends on what fan their team loves to. So, if they're a Lakers fan, they don't have any room to talk right now.
He says, we also know Sabonis fraud. Interesting.
Oof, yeah, they sound like they don't know what they're talking about.
I didn't know Sabonis was involved in any fraud. Maybe we'll find out. Maybe this will come out in the news.
I sure hope that's not the case because that would be bad.
Sabonis fraud.
That would be really bad.
Yeah, that would be really, really bad. I mean, dude, sometimes you got to pay attention. Sometimes you just cheat them, he says. Okay, interesting.
Yep.
I mean, sometimes you just have to ignore them. Other times, you got to engage with the trolls a little bit, have some fun. I mean, as I was telling Tanvir, these moments for us haven't come very often, so we got to enjoy them as much as we can.
Absolutely.
And you know how many friends I have that are fans of other teams and have talked so much smack to me. Dude, I'm in all the group chats right now, just sending pictures of red velvet cakes. I'm, just sending all sorts of emojis and all sorts of stuff. I got to talk some shit, Joseph.
Oh yeah, for sure. You got it. Sometimes you just have to.
You just have to talk some shit.
It's funny though. The Kings are like a bee rabbit from 8 Mile. Like, we already know all the shit they're gonna say about us. So.
It's so true.
Mom spaghetti.
So true.
But, yeah.
He says, how would you not know Sabonis is trash? I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I don't watch the games because that's how I don't know. But, Joseph, so interesting. You said 45 wins. Now you're reevaluating that. How do you stay level-headed when you're thinking emotionally, like myself, about this Kings roster and this Kings team, right? Because, I mean, we want to stay grounded. We don't want to get too high and too low, but we also want to celebrate the moments while we can. But at the same time, it's like it's human nature to readjust based on new information you're receiving, and this Kings team has been playing incredibly, incredibly well. I mean, for me, this season is already a success, right? Yes, I want them to make the playoffs. Yes, I want them to go to win a first-round series and go a little bit further. But I already feel like this season is successful. I feel like they already have something to build off of. So, how do you approach that in terms of staying grounded, but also, reevaluating expectations?
Yeah, that's a good question. you kind of just got to go with what you're watching, game by game, and not try to get too low or too high. Like obviously we started off the season on a 4-game losing streak, and then the overreaction came. But then we settled down, we started winning, went on some win streaks, and you just kind of evaluate the team as the season goes. And right now they're rolling through pretty much like the league. Like you said, it's already been a success. Everything else is like house money. Obviously, we still got to make the playoffs. But just in this stretch alone, people saying the schedule's tough. Obviously, it's tough, but we're rising to the occasion. We're beating. The Clippers are a good team. I mean, they haven't been lately, but they have a lot of depth and good players, and we're beating them. OKC is a young up and coming team. We beat them twice. Obviously, they're missing a lot of guys. I just feel like you have to look at every game as it's 50-50 right now. We can beat anybody. We can also be beat by anybody. And you just gotta have fun and enjoy it, and just believe in your team. And I think that's just a good way to approach it.
Yeah, it's a great
wise
way
words,
to say.
man. I couldn't have said it better myself. Absolutely. All right, Joseph. The real question that everybody wants to know. We're talking about having a pizza eating contest with Nick next month when we come in for the playoffs.
Playoffs?
Ooh,
I know you used to work, yes, at Roundtable?
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So, question number 1, favorite pizza or pizza toppings? And question number 2, are you in for the pizza eating contest?
Let me answer question number 2 first. I've actually become lactose intolerant in the past several years, so I still eat pizza, just not a lot. I think a pizza eating competition would probably kill me.
That's fair. That's totally fair.
Dude, a pizza eating contest without a death is not entertaining.
It's not a real pizza eating contest.
Like we need people dying on the floor to make it interesting.
It's not a real contest until somebody dies.
Right. Yeah, I could suffer through a couple slices, but after that, I gotta call it quits, man.
Okay, will you be the official then?
Oh yeah.
Oh sure, I could be the official. For my favorite pizza, I'm usually like a white sauce pizza guy, so like a garlic chicken or like a gourmet veggie or something. If we're talking round table. I like Hawaiian. I don't know if that's controversial or not, but I do. I don't like the Maui Zaui. That sauce is trash.
Yep.
The sauce is trash.
Yep.
I agree with that 100%.
Real recognizes real.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd go with like a garlic chicken, something like that.
I like that.
Joseph, have you ever had those like Amy's pizzas?
No. I know what you're talking about though.
In the freezer aisle, they have like a lactose intolerant Amy's pizza that's pretty good.
Oh yeah, I've definitely tried some different like non-dairy cheeses and stuff. I'm not suffering,
Well, I'm just saying we could set you up with a couple of those for the pizza eating contest if you don't want to miss out on the fun.
Sure, man.
How many pizzas do you think you can put down? Because Nick says he can do 100, so we're looking for someone that can do maybe 101 or 102.
Slices or whole pizza?
His exact quote was 100 pizzas. I don't know if that means slices or full pizzas. I can never tell with Nick, but
I'll let Nick have that one, man.
Referee, it is.
Oh, we got a contender. Mike says he can do 102 whole pizzas.
Okay. That sounds good. Well, hey, Joseph, we appreciate you for hanging out tonight. You got any last words for the royal family out there?
Light the beam.
Yes, sir. Light the beam.
Light the beam. All right, Joseph. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow after the Kings beat down the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Worst
for sure.
All right,
buddy. Have a good night.
Good night.
Oh man, dude. I think we were gonna have to do this pizza eating contest. Maybe
Yeah,
I
we're
have
gonna
to be
have
involved.
How are you not? I'm not going to sit this one out.
I was hoping I was going to be like the documenter guy, like the what are the people that like do the they like
Well, you're going to write a blog about it?
Like, okay, so for example, like, Bear Grylls, right? He goes like into fucking nature and he does. There's a camera person with him. Maybe I'll be that guy.
You're just going to be the videographer.
Yeah.
No, dude, you got to be in the contest.
What? I can't eat 102 pizzas.
That's okay.
Because Mike can.
We're going to find out.
Oh, I'll be the scorekeeper.
We're going to find out. Scorekeeper.
Yeah.
No, I think that's what Joseph is doing.
Oh, Joseph? Okay. All right. I mean, let me think about it. I got to work on my technique. I'm going to watch some old Joey Chestnut videos. Maybe
I mean, you talk about pizza more than Nick does. So if anybody's going to beat Nick, it should be you.
Yeah, but I like to enjoy my pizza.
Well,
I mean, but I'm not saying I'm not going to do it. I just got to figure out what my technique's going to be because I don't want to show like, dude, I'm not going to.
Are you going to dump your pizza in water and get it all soggy? And
maybe we'll see. I'm just Calvin. I mean, I'm not the guy that's going to ride the bench and play 4 minutes a game and miss a shot and have an assist. Like, dude, I want to be a starter. I want to be putting up big points.
Want winners.
Highlight dunks. Like, if I'm in the contest, I'm in the contest. So I gotta figure it out.
Well, you got a month. Training starts now.
I gotta figure it out.
He's going to be running around trying to catch a chicken with pizza in his hand.
Dude, I played golf today and I got sunburned. I got really sunburned because it was really sunny when we started. Then it like drizzled just a little bit and then it was overcast for the rest of the day. And you know what it is.
It gets you every time. Days, you're like, oh, the sun's gone.
Yeah. Everyone's like, oh, it's so nice out. Oh, this is great. And then you get like the most roasted ever. I saw Bouncer was in the chat here earlier saying that I looked extremely happy today. And I guess I'm happy now because the Kings won because I was not happy during golf. Oh, man. It was rough, dude. It was a rough day of golf. I mean, I was... At
least it wasn't that windy.
Yeah.
It's been so crazy windy lately.
Yeah, I wish it was windy because then I would have had an excuse. Everything was going right, dude. Everything was going right. I had to like adjust my shot to go left, and then it would kind of curve a little bit into
that's
the
when
middle.
it all goes downhill, man. When you adjust your shot to go left.
Yeah. So I normally don't keep score. I'm like the guy from Caddyshack, right? Where he doesn't. How do you measure yourself against other players? By height. I normally keep track of how many balls I lose. That's how I keep score. Lost track today.
Of how many balls?
Yeah.
You lost? Uh-oh. That's not a good day.
Yeah. I found some balls in the bushes, though. So
that's always a come up.
I got plenty in my bag because I'm playing again on Monday. But, yeah, rough day of golf.
Man.
Frustrating. Golf is so frustrating.
Oh, it is incredibly.
It really is. And you know the most frustrating thing was I got paired up with this dude from somewhere in Canada. I don't know. All the names sound the same to me. Saskatchewan, Ontario, or something like that.
Saskatchewan and Ontario are two different places. But
he was French or something, so he had like this like
probably Ontario
crazy accent.
Yeah.
And the thing about it was his shot was ugly. It was so bad, dude. It was a really, really ugly shot.
Like Charles Barkley.
Oh, worse. Worse. Like this.
How can that be worse?
Like this behind, around, and crazy shot.
Wow.
And so we tee off, right? And I'm like, I see him tee off, and I'm like, I said to Chris, who was with me, I was like, this guy's making me feel better about my shot, you know? The MFer
he
was
beat you,
hitting it straight every time.
Yeah.
And mine was not. And, dude, so I've golfed quite a bit, but I've never seen a golfer with the putter that he was using. Have you ever seen the people that like putt forward?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, he had one of those super long putters. Yeah. It was crazy. I was like trying not to laugh. And
he was knocking them down every time, wasn't he?
I was putting better than him, actually. Okay. My short game's pretty good. And I got some compliments. People were like, wow, you're playing pretty good. Like, not driving well. But
that's how I always play. I can't hit it off the tee to save my life, but irons and the short game, I'm actually not that bad.
I was a putt champion early on in my life. Yeah. So we'll see what happens on Monday. But yeah, he was telling me about the club. He's like, so I got this putter. He's like, and my friends were giving me a hard time and making jokes and all in his French accent, which I'm really bad at French accent, so I'm not even going to try. But he's like, but then I started making it, and now like 4 of my friends all do the same and have the same putter. It's super tall, dude. The putter came up to like here on him. And I was like, yeah, that's great and all. But I was like, the problem with that is you got to bring clubs everywhere.
Yeah.
He can't rent clubs.
Nope.
So he's got to bring clubs every single where that he goes.
That's expensive.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely crazy. But hey, welcome in, Afghan.
Well, that's we got a big weeks ahead of ourselves then next week. I'm playing in a basketball league. In Wailuku.
You signed up?
I did.
Okay.
It's going to be the first
competitive
league that I've played in probably like 5 years.
Stretch, dude.
Oh, you're telling me.
Yeah. Stretch.
You're telling me, man.
What days are these?
Mondays and Wednesdays.
Okay. Awesome.
So
that's exciting, dude.
Yeah.
That's really exciting. Well, hey, if you have an important game and we need to Twitter space you in, we got options.
First game is next Wednesday at 8:00. So
that's always.
Oh, I'm not gonna miss a Kings game.
Yeah.
The schedule actually miraculously lines up pretty well. There's only like 2 games.
Next week we're Monday, Thursday or something?
Yeah.
And then the week after that, we got 2 early games on the road. On the 15th, we play the Bulls.
Yep.
That's an early game.
Yep.
And then who's tagging stuff up here?
But yeah, man, I'm coming for that league. Apparently there's a team that's won it 8 times in a row, or the last 8 years or something like that. So not anymore. Not this year.
MVP.
I'm coming for him.
Okay. I like it. Thank you, Tanvir. This is from Jason Anderson from the Sacramento Bee. Oh, did you hear? I heard, I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard a rumor that Rashawn Holmes is suing the Sacramento Bee for publishing incorrect information.
I don't think that's a rumor. I think that's actually true.
Pretty wild.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
I can't say I blame him.
Yeah.
I mean,
because you remember when the story came back, it was like, what was it, like domestic violence or something? And
there was a lot of
pretty wild.
I mean, I don't know enough facts to really, give anyone solid piece of information, but there was a lot of accusations being thrown around at that time.
Yeah.
And if I was Rashawn, I would definitely feel slighted.
Yeah.
For sure.
Anyways, I don't like the Sacramento Bee because they don't let me read their webpage without paying.
Yeah, screw those guys.
And I'm not going to pay for every single webpage that I read. I mean, I'll give you an example. If there was like a YouTube channel or something that I like watched after like my favorite team played every game, maybe I'd be more inclined to like maybe subscribe for like a membership, if they had 2 different options, like a
$1.99 one and a $9.99 one.
Yeah, then maybe I'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
If I really like the channel and I want to be a big supporter, maybe I'll be the VIP for $9.99 and maybe I'll buy t-shirts at their website, which is in the corner of the screen.
I get to text the guys that do the show.
Yeah.
Anytime I want.
Exactly. Or if I'm just like, oh, this channel is pretty cool. Like I like supporting them. I like supporting my Kings. Maybe I'll sign up for the $1.99 membership because I get my name in green and I get a special symbol next to my name and I get a special access to certain videos and stuff like that.
Pretty cool. Emojis, GIFs.
Exactly. I would be a little bit more inclined. But, because I read so many websites. I don't have like a go-to website that's there after every single game that's always there and always available and always talking to me and all that. So like I don't really pay for the Sacramento Bee. So I'm kind of upset with the Sacramento Bee at the moment. But this is from Jason Anderson. De'Aaron Fox is the 3rd player in Kings franchise history with a streak of 8 consecutive 30-point games, joining Tiny Archibald 3 times and Oscar Robertson.
Man, that guy could score
6 times. He joins Luka Doncic and Giannis Antetokounmpo as the only players in the NBA to do it this season. Wow. And Calvin,
Star Fox.
this streak is ongoing. It is
Shout out to Luca, Mike.
it is not. It's not over.
That's right. It's not over.
So it can continue tomorrow.
The jersey's not coming off until it's over.
Do you think he continues the streak tomorrow?
Yeah, I do.
Do you wash that jersey?
No,
Not
not
during the streak?
during the streak.
Okay. What are your thoughts on Luka Doncic and his new sidekick?
Kyrie Irving?
Yeah, whatever you want to call him.
What are my thoughts?
Yeah.
I mean,
They won a game last night.
They did.
And I got a bunch of text messages like Kyrie and Luka taking over the league, and I'm like,
Yeah, look,
Dude,
I mean, I said it before they played a game together. They're going to be hard to stop on offense. They're going to score a lot of points.
dude, they're 2-5 in the last 7 games.
But their problem is they don't play defense. They won yesterday. They gave up 126 points. They had to score 133 to win. They're not the Kings.
yeah, they suck, dude.
They're not going to score 133 every game like the Beam team.
Do you think that Kyrie resigns?
No, I don't. I didn't think he was going to resign when they traded him there. I just don't see that happening.
Where does he go and why?
I still think he ends up with the Lakers.
Okay.
I just
So you
feel like that's where he wanted to go all along.
You agree with Bouncer here?
Yeah, I do.
Do you think that money matters to him?
Yeah, I think it matters.
Like, how much does it factor into his decision?
I have no idea, man. I mean,
okay, here's
he's
an example.
He's the type of guy that would come out and say, I'll play for free as long as I get to play with LeBron. And then he'll end up with LeBron and he'll be like, I'm sitting out because my contract sucks and I want it to be restructured.
I mean, that's what happened with the
he
Nets.
always says one thing and does the other. Always.
That's what happened with the Nets.
So I have no idea what he's expecting in a contract.
I
mean, I'm sure he still has to think of himself as one of the best players in the NBA, so he's going to want top dollar, which I know the Lakers can't give him right now.
I think he goes to whatever team pays him. And maybe that is the
Maybe.
Mavs.
They're definitely in an advantage. Have an advantage over other teams, right? Because they can offer him more.
That's the point I'm trying to make, is the Mavs kind of screwed themselves in this situation, because if it works out, it's good, and it works out.
Yeah.
But if it doesn't work out, it could be really bad for them. And the fact that they gave up so much to get him, means that I think that they are going to be forced to offer him a big contract. And if nobody else offers him a big contract, I think he stays.
Maybe. I just think that he regrets leaving LeBron in the first place. He's been kind of chasing that thing ever since. That's why he went to Brooklyn with Durant. What if he watches Kevin Durant win a title with the Suns this year?
Yeah.
I think he's not going to care about money.
Oh, okay. Charles says, I don't know if Kai is a Cancer if he gets what he wants. I think he wants a ring, and he's not getting one of those.
I agree.
Not without LeBron. I don't know. Kyrie must be a really, really good poker player. That's all I got to say.
Probably.
Because I have no idea what he's thinking. Anyways, any last thoughts on the Timberwolves game before we end the stream tonight, Cal?
Streak continues. Light the beam.
If you have any advice for the Timberwolves for tomorrow's game, any keys for them, what would it be?
No, man, I got nothing.
Pack light.
I would say enjoy the weather because they're getting out of Minnesota, but I know it's been super cold in California, Northern California too, so maybe they can't really get outside and have some fun. Maybe just catch a Royal Rebounds post game.
Bouncer's
on the plane ride home.
The stream. He says we're already ending the stream.
Man, you got here late, dude.
We've been going for over 2 hours already.
Yeah, it's been a good one.
It's been a good stream. Anyways, thank you guys so much. We appreciate everybody that took time to hang out with us today. We know there's a lot of different options out there with Kings content. We know there's a lot of different options just, to take your time. We're living in an attention economy, so we appreciate you all so much. Central Valley Kings, Dirt and Rust, Afghan, Alfie Man, Mike, Bouncer, Charles. Thank you guys so much for hanging out today. Hopefully we'll see you all tomorrow. Don't forget to smash up that like button, hit that subscribe button, and stick around here for a few moments if you can. After the stream's over, it'll forward you to tomorrow's stream. Make sure you smash the like button for that one and put in your prediction. All right, guys, have a good night. And in the meantime, go Kings. That's my bouncer right there.
Keegan
Murray.